Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all some time to tune in. First things first, hope everybody had a blessed and productive Monday. Everybody was able to get through the work day, the school day, whatever. Hopefully, most of y'all getting home safe and sound. Appreciate those who tuned into the live earlier this afternoon. Well, I should say earlier this morning. Definitely was a good topic of conversation. And tonight we will be finishing this conversation, or we will just be adding more to the convo. First, I want to speak to the fellas first, because I feel it's crucial. Again, don't compromise yourself, your integrity, or your morals for the dollar. It's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. Another thing I got to stop doing is stop devaluing yourself. Despite whatever fellas, we are needed and we are important, especially to this chain of what we call a life cycle. Anything you know for a fact, you're not supposed to give up anything that doesn't resonate with you. You're not. If you're one of those people, prime example, you like to stay in a jolly mood and you try to avoid certain things, you continue to do so. But just remember, sometimes you're always going to have to face certain facts and certain fears. And again, we are men, so same way we could dish it out, we could take it, you know. But again, don't mess up your moral compass just for a doubt. Because in the long run, guess what? You got to eat all of that up. Nobody else but you. You know, you want to make sure you're making the right decision in life, fellas. Some of y'all know for a fact the penitentiary is not where you want to be at. So I don't know why some of y'all think that's a badge of honor to be getting locked up or to just be messing up your life before time when you could be taking that same energy and trying to do something better. Hey, Dawn, what's going on, sis? Lovey, what's going on? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Do definitely play a major role in it. And fellas, again, stop. Another thing y'all got to stop doing is stop tolerating certain behaviors that you know for a fact you don't normally tolerate. If you know for a fact you a good person and you doing the right thing and that person is not valuing you, you got all rights to get up and leave, especially if they ain't going to try to change for the better. You see this happen time and time again. Fellas, just because we take and we stand our ground on certain things, that don't mean we weak. We not supposed to tolerate certain shit. Even from the ladies sometimes, no, you have to put your foot down because you are worth more than what you think. You know your lady is being out of pocket, you got all rights to check her, but you're supposed to check her the right way. You're never supposed to be feeling down. You're never supposed to be looked at as less of a person because you are still a person at the end of the day. If me and you were supposed to be doing something together and it seems like I'm the main one that's trying my damnedest to be on the cool level, but you want to be on the ratchet level, that's a sign for some of y'all fellas that it's time to go. Because you should not be feeling like, oh, you forced to be somewhere when you know you ain't being forced. If you claim you doing something to benefit each other, prime example, we know some people don't want to do that whole marriage counseling or whatever before marriage. But to most people, that is important because it will show if you really are prepared to be married because it is a long step. You all got to be in accordance together. And if your significant other is not even respecting you as a man, especially if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then it's time for you to leave, fellas. Why sit there and continue to go through the BS? It's the same way where some women will get up and leave if they feel like they had too much. Some of you fellas got to think the same way. Hey, Madeline, blessings. See y'all all tuned in. But we got to cut certain things off, fellas, for real. We have to stop allowing certain things to plague us. And we got to stop allowing certain things to get the better of our judgment. You know, some of us have to think more rational than emotional. And again, fellas, y'all gotta know y'all self-worth as well too. Because again, we are a vital part, especially in the procreation process. We are a vital part. You know, we supposed to be helping the life cycle going. We supposed to be, basically the kings of our domain. But you can't be a king of your domain if you're allowing your queen to override you or even bump you down a bit. I just watched a little something before I started this live. It kind of threw me off because I feel like the brother was here trying to do something right, but she making it seem like it was a punishment or a burden. I'm like, the way you just present yourself to somebody, especially that's trying to help you, that's a bad way to, man, listen. If I was him, I would have left out of there because there's no point in me being with somebody that's not even going to take heed to consideration and see what's really, look, we try to get down to the bottom of a problem. How can we do that if you're being so defensive? Can't do that. Melee, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, man. I don't know if you've been in the bushes watching or not, but I've been doing my little thing, man. It's just bringing real life shit that we need to bring up to the forefront. You know, there's a multitude of things that need to happen. Again, you fellas got to understand this. You are here, and you are an important part, and you are a key part of everything, regardless to how you feel about it. You should want to value your life and live past the age of 25. If God is willing to let you live past the age of 25. Because again, we don't know how that book is set up. Some people might be here for more than 4 seasons. Some of them might not be. But again, while you're here, you want to do the best you can. And another thing you fellas got to start doing, and it goes back to what I was saying this morning. Some of y'all are going to have to request DNA tests if you know you need it. Because again, you have issues where you have people lying on the forefront and shouldn't be lied about. So I do feel like some of y'all shouldn't have to bear a burden of going through anything, even if it's including child support. Because again, if you are one of the good ones that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you want to make sure you want to make sure this is your kid and that this is the family you going to be with. Again, fellas, know your self-worth because it does teach you a valuable lesson, but it also does build character. When you know enough about yourself, you know what you want, what you don't want, what you're willing to tolerate, and what you're not willing to tolerate. You can't let nobody change you. You can only change yourself if you need to. You can compromise certain things, but don't compromise your whole integrity and your personality or your moral compass neither. When you know something is wrong, you're supposed to stand on it regardless. That's what some of y'all don't understand. You can't just put yourself in a situation with somebody if you know for a fact They ain't for you, and they ain't showing you that they for you. Again, you can't say that you for somebody, but you more for the streets. Then if you for the streets, stay in the streets, because we know what comes with that. Like when I was talking yesterday about not not selling out, basically, it's the truth. In certain situations, you trying to go for a position in a job, you don't necessarily have to change your whole accordance just to meet some sort of standard they want you to meet, especially if it's not messing with your overall work performance. Now, there's certain situations you might have to clean up and do whatever, but if you know for a fact there's certain things that you can't do or you can't wear, or you even if you can't cut your hair for whatever religious purposes, you gotta let that be known from Jump Street. And if they still give you a hassle, you have all rights to pick up and move elsewhere. Because again, nobody should have to compromise who you are as a person just to quote unquote fit in that logic of society. Be aware of everything. That's how they brainwash you and dupe you too. They make you think that you're not a real man in society if you're not. No, real men are going to do what they're going to do, regardless to what, and they're going to stand on the things they need to stand on. Now, I want to address the deadbeats out there because I know there's a lot of them. Don't bring a child or don't help create a child if you're not going to be willing to raise them. Period. Oh no, I already know, bro. I've been peeping you. I've been peeping you, bro. And I see you doing your thing too, bro. You already know, man. Continue rising like you supposed to. Hey, Tanya, blessings. Like I said, it's going to be an open panel to a degree because there's nothing wrong with getting different views and opinions. Because again, you want to see the best out of your people. Lil Clifford, what's going on? Y'all just tuned in. You already know, hit the like button. But this is a clear example of why you should just remain who you are. Because again, if you're willing to throw away your integrity just for a piece of paper, imagine what else you're going to throw away your integrity for. But it shouldn't have to come to that at all. It shouldn't have to. Fellas, you got to remember this too. When things ain't working out where you want it, especially in a place that you don't want to be at, you got to find a different option and then you move it from there. But you don't quit nothing that you're doing either. Got to always remember, you can't quit one thing unless you got a plan B. But again, I'm going to have to speak to you deadbeats out there. It's time for y'all to raise up and start getting involved with your kids. That's another thing I wanted to touch up on. Some of y'all gonna have to get in your child's life and really start doing the best you can. And I'm not just talking about the men. There are deadbeat women out there too that don't take care of their fucking kids because either the streets or everything else is more important. Being irresponsible is more important than being a parent. Again, these kids did not ask to be here, and if you're gonna be willing to bring them in here, you need to be willing to take care of them. Just that simple. You're really you're messing up not just the core family value, but you're just messing up the children, period. Because you got these children that's not really sure how to react to that. Because every kid that comes in this world is supposed to be loved at some point. And I ain't saying it like it's not supposed to be love from Jump Street, but We know sometimes, like most of y'all parents, y'all get a little annoyed and upset, but it's the baby process. You know you're gonna be up, you're gonna be cranky, so on and so forth. So we know that's the only time y'all feel like, damn it, I wish you would just grow up a little bit, just a little bit. But all in all, come on now, you do what you gotta do. Hey, Miss Queen, blessings. But it doesn't make sense. You're bringing all these kids in the world, and most of them did not ask to be here. But for the ones that are here, they could be a potential part of the future growth. Especially with what's going on now. But if you're not grabbing them in the right direction, you basically failed them. And again, you shouldn't be allowed to have any type of kids if you ain't gonna be able to take care of the ones you already got. Gotta stop making irresponsible choices. And some of y'all gonna have to realize there's things that you're gonna have to give up if you want to be a better parent. But then again, if you're not really ready to be a parent, I think you're supposed to be using protection at all costs. Gorilla Glue, what's going on? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. But again, start really getting involved with these kids. I think this is another reason why some of these kids are lashing out. Some of these kids don't have no hope because it's bad enough they got deadbeat parents, or they got some of them are coming from good spots. So like I said, it's always a mixed bag. You want to have some who are coming from good situations, but they just decide to choose their own path and go the wrong way. Can't really do nothing about those. But for the ones who are really trapped in certain situations, they crying out for help. And if nobody around is helping them, what does that really say? See, like when it comes to this, it doesn't matter if it's a political topic, it doesn't matter if it's a social topic or a community topic. It's a topic. And it's not like it's something that's far fetched. No, it's going on that. Some of these kids are crying out for help. Most of y'all that know for a fact you can try to help, try to help. You'll be surprised what you get out of a person. They don't have to necessarily run to the streets or do anything outside of the box just to try to be something in life. But some of these people, I feel they had both of their parents, or at least one decent parent, to hold it down. But then again, it takes two. It really does take two, regardless to what. And if you both not on the same level, or y'all not even ready for parenthood, then you should be wrapping it up. And I'm sorry because it's too much going on. And then guess what? What happens to those who are unloved? They end up going the way you don't want them to go. And some of them are really gonna look at it like, well, damn, maybe this is how I need to do it in my life. And that ain't the case. Yo, word, what's going on, bro? Time to really get your mindset. And again, for some of you deadbeats, get in accordance with your kids. Stop having them if you're not going to really do nothing and take care of them. That is the most irresponsible and childish thing you can do. It's really time to use your fucking full potential and use your brain. And not just the 10%. Use all of your brain if you can. Because there are ways you can uplift and do something without having to be a reckless person. It is a crime against humanity because again, you ain't ready to be any type of parent. You should not be running around here doing X, Y, and Z. Like, come on. I couldn't see myself trying to build a family. If I was one of them, I couldn't be one of them dudes. I'm quote unquote trying to build a family. But I got 4 kids with one girl, 4 with another, 4 with this. Like that's too many. That's too much to deal with. Hey, Paula, blessings. And then again, that's not just a crime against humanity. That's selfishness in his right mind. Because if you're not prepared for that type of action, you shouldn't be thinking about doing any type of actions that could cause 9 months later. Now again, it's going both ways. And at some point I am dropping the link. But it is going both ways. Some of you women gotta know what you're getting yourselves into. I'm telling you. Some of y'all gotta stop making the wrong decisions. But again, it all comes down to what you bring to the table when you decide to go any direction with anybody. And I'm gonna say it on all standpoints. If it's gonna be a friends with benefits type of situation, you should already know the guidelines and what to expect, and not to go over or under a certain level. Now, if you decide you want to be in a relationship, it's a little bit more different. You have all rights to be on defense because again, it's not just you. You're thinking about somebody else as well. Um, Miss Queen, honestly, I could kind of say, yeah, that is a crime too. Well, it's a wrong decision because guess what? You're supposed to love your kids regardless to how they come out. You got some families who got kids who don't got genetic problems, those who do got genetic problems, but all in all, you're supposed to still love your child regardless if you bring them in the world. Because I didn't see short parents give birth to kids that was taller than them. So again, genetics play a role to a degree, but then again, genetics shouldn't be the main reason why you trying to produce all these kids. I want my kid to have good hair and this, down, the third. No. How about you excited to be having a kid and you excited to be raising somebody into adulthood? Chilling with love, what's going on? Christy G, what's going on, sis? James, what's going on? But again, I gotta stop making the wild decisions. And again, some of you women have to stop doing that as well. If you know the person ain't no good, I don't think you should still be trying to lay down with them. I don't give a fuck how much of an attraction there is there. And vice versa, fellas. Y'all gotta stop thinking with your dicks and think with your fucking real brain. Sorry to say it like that, but I gotta get real. I gotta get real gutted with it. Oh no, yeah, that's kind of wrong because again, it's not about always the looks. It's not about the genetics. It's just about the all in all attraction. It's all about that. It's all about the chemistry. It's all about the personality. That's what it's mostly supposed to be about. That person definitely has you in a good uproar. That means that that's somebody that could be a desired person. You want to do all you can to try to at least preserve and protect it. I feel choosing anybody on any type of genetics is kind of corny because beggars can't be choosers if you want to be technical. Some people be begging and looking for that desired attention and love, but then they'll ignore the real right in front of them and override that and go elsewhere. I'm sorry, but again, that's a form of irresponsibility. Because if I'm with you, no matter what it is, if I'm with you and I'm trying to build with you, I'm building with you. But I can't be building with you if I know you making irrash decisions. And that form of thinking got to get out of some people's heads too. I know if I get with this person, oh, all right, this person got good cheekbones, this, that, and third. I know my kid's going. I know if I decide to have kids with them, I know they're going. It shouldn't even be that way. Really shouldn't. Because again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I'm going right back to where I was starting in the first place. Again, you fellas that's trying to get in these workplaces, or if you already in the workplace and you trying to elevate, you shouldn't have to compromise your moral integrity or anything that you find sacred and valuable just to appease somebody and just to try to climb up that ladder. If you feel comfortable with certain things, you keep that going and you fight tooth and nail. And if they can't respect it, then you got the rights to get up and move on with your business. Because again, it wouldn't be business if you didn't need me. And if you claim you need me that well, you know I'm the most qualified person. I think you need to be respectful and respect my wishes like I respected yours. If I gotta come in doing this and doing that, no, you gotta respect my wishes all in all. I can still come in a suit, whatever, whatever. Don't necessarily have to be clean cut all the time. Sometimes you're gonna have people like that have business suits on, but they hair and everything else like what the fuck. But hey, it is what it is. They comfortable. It is what it is. It ain't bothering nobody. So why should it bother you? And if it's not messing with my work performance again, why should that be an issue? Yo, East Dad, what's going on? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. There's a common problem going on with certain things, and we got to definitely figure that out. I honestly feel like until that happens, we're going to keep continuing to get the same pattern of madness. Again, when does that madness actually stop? And again, some of y'all gotta wonder, what are you really, what are you really able or willing to do for that quote unquote bag? Is it really that important that your everything got to be compromised? No. That's just like if you building a brand. All right, you could take some helpful advice and criticism, so on and so forth. But again, you steer the shit. You are the product. So again, if you already know what you're bringing on and all, just keep it in accordance, and that's it. And if the people don't like it, then hey, you still continue to be you because again, some people just not gonna like it. I'm not compromising on myself. Even if you decide you want to get in these fields of play, wait a minute, put this up again because this is for fair use and this is just the educational purpose. This is just my view and opinion on it. If you're gonna get in these other fields of play, right? Should you really have to compromise everything, including your soul, just for that little bit of gold? I mean, let's really keep it real. I can say that on both ends. You fellas got to stop compromising with stuff, and so do you ladies. I call it both ways because again, you shouldn't be forsaking your moral values and your compass just for that money. That money only gonna get you but so far. And then imagine if you get into a situation where they done messed you up and now you one of them people that you owe the IRS massive money. See you taking a hit. There's ways of you to be humble and get to where you need to get to without having to go through all that extra crazy shit. And I think the minute y'all realize that, it could start to get a little bit better. I mean, again, what is $1 to you? What is $5? What is $100? Yeah, don't get it wrong. For some people, it's needed because they probably in dire situations. But you got those who know they could do a little more than they need to, and again, not going to be willing to compromise. I don't think you should be going down that road. Yo, we might need you to wear this and do a little bit. What? For what? Oh, because we feel this is going to be funny. It's not funny. And that's nothing to joke with. It's nothing to be joked with at all. You know, and this is one prime example I could say, fellas, even for those who are delving into that industry, stop thinking you got to go with protocol and wear a dress to be funny, or you got to wear a dress just to fucking compromise yourself and get a bag. It's time for that to stop, man. This is where the masculinity is supposed to come in. At no point, and I mean at no point, should you have to put on or be referred to wearing a dress. I'm sorry. You can try to say, "Oh, it's for the culture. Oh, it's for this." No, the fuck is not. Because again, if you're talented, you shouldn't have to put on something to prove to the world that you're talented. You shouldn't have to play any type of roles that you know you shouldn't have to play, especially if that's not your life. I'm sorry. I call it like I see it. Just speaking from a moral compass, because again, brother, this is like, why should you have to put on something that you know is not meant for you in the first place? Oh, trust me, this conversation goes all over because it hits on different aspects. It does. Same thing with some of you women. You know you ain't comfortable doing certain things. You shouldn't be doing them. Yo, he's that, and vice versa. The women ain't supposed to be wearing stuff that pertains to a man, but guess what? We see this shit every day. But we know this is, this is what it is. It's only so much you can say. And again, everybody's supposed to be playing in a natural order. Man ain't supposed to be walking around here thinking that they're a female and vice versa. Y'all women ain't supposed to be walking around here thinking y'all men, because guess what? You might get a man that thinks you a man and knock you the fuck out, especially if you said something disrespectful out your mouth. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's true. I've seen this happen. You want to be the thug so badly until you get knocked out. Come on now. Just like this morning when I was doing this live, seeing some stuff, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I ain't trying to cause confusion or no other thing, but come on now. That shit was crazy. This morning I'm sitting there looking like it should be no reason why I read. Granted, some of you men, you all on that other side, and it's all good. But when y'all start doing shit like the women are doing, like that becomes a confusion, because it's like, if you don't want to be with the opposite sex, why are you so busy trying to be the opposite sex? Am I wrong for saying that? I'm just keeping it real logical. I'm not even attacking nobody emotional or nothing. But that is a question to ask. Yo, Hood, what's going on, bro? Yo, Realist, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. But I never could understand that. And again, even when some of y'all in that industry, like, why do you feel you need to put on something? And if you say you're not going to do something, stand on it. DJ Science, what's going on, bro? Like, you had a couple people in that industry that said they would never put on a dress or do something along those lines of anything homosexual, right? And then the same token, look what happened. And then before it's all said and done, oh, but you know, this, that, and the third. But you just said you wouldn't compromise or do anything to compromise your integrity. But in the same token, you just did something not even within a year's time. So what does that really say? What's going on, bro?
How you been, Nate? Everything good, bro?
Yeah, man.
So like to
Same
hear.
team.
Same shit, huh?
Yep. It's a whole different day.
Continue
Nah, but come
forward.
on, man.
It's,
Say that again?
it's not about the intensity. It's all about the pattern. You know what I mean? So as long as you're going towards something every day, you're gonna make it. Simple.
Yeah. But see, this the thing, though. Like I was saying, all in all, cannot compromise the integrity of your morals. Again, no man should be putting on no dress, nor
Well, that's what
nobody
we're
should be.
talking. Yeah, yeah. You know what that boils down to, bro. The powers that be, pretty much these people, the rappers and the NBA players that put on dresses and shit. You know what they're trying to do? It's called epi-eugenics, you know what I mean? What they're trying to do is they're trying to destroy that sacred. They're trying to destroy people's identity. You know what I mean? These little kids coming up and shit. So they don't even know what the fuck they are. And then it's so easy to control them. And at the same time, they're not going to be fucking populated. You know what I mean? They're not going to be spreading their seed and shit. So it's like, you're getting rid of certain people in a way.
Yeah, but guess what? You can't play God. Your hands are too short to do
These
that.
motherfuckers think they're God. That's the issue. And tell that to the people that run this shit, bro. You know what I mean? They think they're God. You know?
Yeah, but
That
you
shit.
can't mess up. You can't mess up when you can't mess up the natural order. That's why a lot of people got to
Yeah,
wake up.
you can't fuck with it. These people are gonna pay for that shit. They think they're all sick and shit. You know? Yeah, can I show you? Can I show you my plants here? Or not? Since the last time?
Say that
Yeah.
again.
Can I show you my plants or not? It's legal.
Depends on what plant you're talking about.
Cannabis.
You see why I got that disclaimer up.
So I'm allowed, no? I'm in Canada. It's 100% legal. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
Oh,
show
I
it.
know.
Yeah, it's legal. It's my art, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Man, fucking this shit on.
That's what's up, bro. My man
It's
got a
starting.
whole forest over
It's
there.
starting to bud and shit. It's just one room, bro. Yeah, it's all key shit. My own streams and shit. This shit. You know what I mean? Blowing in the wind and shit.
That's what's up, though. My man over here growing like he's supposed to.
Right. If I wasn't growing, I'd go fucking crazy. I swear to God. I need to. I mean, I'll show you the next room. In the next room, we got the moms and shit. And over here, you see the clones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just took these.
See, and that's a field that some people need to get into right now because again, that's right now, that's the wave right now. You want to talk about trying to some of y'all talking about some getting to a bag. Okay. You better jump into that field right there because you can even if you ain't growing
Bro,
it, you can put a stock into it and you
bro,
going to
it's
test to
not
make some money back.
it's hard, bro. There's a lot of it doesn't just happen, you know. It's a lot of everyday work for months and months and months and years, you know.
No, I ain't talking about just that. I'm talking about for those, even if those that don't want to be in the fields, you can still fucking put it in a stock. So they got stocks for weed and shit now, nigga. You can put some money into this fucking weed market, nigga. Get some money.
Real shit. Yeah, invest in Cage.
Love it. What's going on, Love it?
Real shit.
Nah,
You
this
have to get your hands
multiple.
dirty and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's multitudes of ways of getting it without having to compromise your integrity for real. See, and that's one way. Even though I know y'all gonna be huff about it, that's why I put that copyright disclaimer up. Because again, this is for fair use and
I have
education.
a federal license for. I'm in Canada. So tell YouTube that. Yeah, Susan, relax. She resigned either way.
No, but I gotta be eerie only because nigga, I don't need another strike on this shit. I already got one on here.
You won't get it for that. There's channels with millions of subscribers, and that's what they show.
I still gotta be on my accord though, bro. So
You're
all in all,
blessed, bro. We work higher than these fucking idiots.
oh fuck is that? Oh, I thought that was a fight going on outside. I'm about to say, you kidding me?
No, you're blessed, bro. Don't worry. You'll be fine. What? Look, the youngins going. Yeah, pretty. Remember the poetry shit?
Yeah. Bring me back this week, definitely third. Oh yeah, public service announcement, and I really do mean it. I'm bringing it back Thursday, y'all. Bringing it back Thursday.
I haven't been here in a minute yet. They deleted my old account and shit. I had to find all the people that I used to be subscribed to and shit. I mean, and you know what they deleted me for? Cyberbullying and harassment. Just for putting up real shit, bro. I didn't bully anybody. The fuck? Exposing. Apparently, if you expose the people that run this shit as bullying.
Oh yeah, you know you can't do that. You know, definitely, you know well already you can't do certain things. Your freedom of speech ain't really that free.
Yeah, fuck these posts. I'll keep coming back every time. You know, kill me with a fucking. You know, you can't kill me. I'm hard to kill.
But all in all, though, I'll be honest with y'all. You need to really like know your self-worth, have that knowledge of yourself, and just know, period. There's just some things you really can't do and you're not gonna be able to do. As far as you're not gonna be able to sit here and tell me you're gonna sleep at night comfortably if you are selling your soul just for that little bit of gold. I'm sorry. How could you even sleep at night?
For a little bit of gold, huh? What is that? That's some alchemy shit, huh? Is there a film? Yeah. No, I can create. You can create gold. If something is easy, if something's handed to you, there's always a price. You know what I mean? So you're better off earning it, you know, learning it, understanding it, and then you can have unlimited whatever you'd like. You don't have to sell your soul.
Nah, I already know, bro. That's a whole fact right there. They always worry about the wrong shit. They do. They don't be worried about what's really going on, especially when this thing's really being, you know, presented. And when it is being presented and it's too truthful, like they'll do, oh, well, you did this, that, and third for misinformation. That's not misinformation. That's something I just picked up and I happen to fucking look up myself. So I don't know. They just, yeah, it's too much. Oh yeah, now I already know that, bro. The first time I heard of that, I knew it was going right down that direction. OnlyFans is definitely the new way of prostitution. That's why I put this right back up there. Hey, Catlin, blessings. I'll see you in there.
It's funny because, like, you know, like they love hiding the shit we say. So you see how, you know, they love encoding it, like, without us even knowing. We said the first time, literally, this is what you just said. The first time I heard of dat. Search up DA''AT. Search it up. Dat. That's some Hebrew shit, bro. Has to do with the tree of life.
Nah, it's the guidelines. Those shits gotta change because guess what? If
Fact.
social media is supposed to be the wave of everything, especially if it's to reach the people, guess what? You're supposed to be able to bring truth to the people, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Hold
Fact.
on, who is this? Hold on, my man Charlie Murphy. Charlie
So,
Murphy, darkness.
We
darkness
got
area.
we spawned that now, yeah. Darth Vader over here.
What up, though? I don't know my man name on the panel, but what up, though, bro? You good? I seen them trees, man. You in Canada? I'm right
Yeah,
in
what up?
Detroit, bro.
I know you're in
I'm right.
Detroit. You said what up though. I as soon as I heard what up though, I'm like, all right, Detroit. Where you from? Joy Road? You know Joy? I have friends
That
over in
ain't
Joy
start
Road.
on. Hey, you know that ain't start on Joy Road. Hey, you want to hear a fun
You
fact about that?
know.
You, hey, if you knew my nickname in the street, I was though. That what up though?
Yeah.
That started on the east side off East Warren.
What
You
up
know,
though? Yeah.
that started.
Yeah,
That you know
Michigan,
who made that famous
bro.
was
Bro, I could throw a rock at you guys. You know that. Come on now.
you know who made that famous was Tone Tone. I went to school with that boy. Yeah, but
The ruler of the Great Lakes is shit. Remember Blade?
Blade Icewood. I knew Blade Icewood.
Yeah,
Boss up
Blade's
and
a
get his
legend.
money. You, yeah, man, that
The
junk
man.
broke my heart when he died.
Yeah.
No,
That
but
was
the man
crazy.
lived. Remember, bro, man got shot. How? Bro, man, they hit him with an AK like 9 times. The man still lived,
Yeah,
and
they hit him. They hit him 11 times the first time, and
11, yeah.
he was in a wheelchair talking
Holy
shit, and
fuck!
then they came back.
Crazy. Wait, what you
Yeah,
talking
man.
about? What you talking the guideline? Yeah, nah, but it's the
You gotta
truth
be.
though.
How you gonna shoot a man in a wheelchair? That's kind of fucked.
Nah, man, he was into
It's too.
some
It's
stuff. It
too.
was
It's yeah. He's probably
that.
pulling strings and shit. You have to get rid of him. You know. Fuck.
That's he was beefing
That's
with the wrong people. I mean, he got a little clout. I mean, Blade was he was a real hood dude though. You know, who rap. He was like really in the street.
You thought he was a ruler of the Great Lakes and shit. Like, are you stupid, bro? I know some Canadian boys will get rid of all of them. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Hey, but you know, ain't nobody right now. Ain't nobody. Hey, Mr. No
Leave the
Fly
Great
Zone
Lakes
running the
alone.
show.
Leave the Great Lakes alone. You know?
Mr. No Fly
Fuck.
Zone is running the show. He even made Eminem pay homage to him.
Cat Daddy, what's going on, bro?
Cat Daddy in the building. What? I can't look at the chat. I got more
So
than three people
what
on
was the other side? The opposing side? But apparently they all linked up and shit, and they squashed the beef after, no? Because there's a
the Dirty
what
Glove.
was the other guy's name? Icewear Vezo,
Yeah, I used to wear bezel.
and Team East Side and shit. You know? But apparently they squashed
Cheddar
that.
Boys. Yeah. Cheddar Boys, Dirty Glove. Who else was it? There was a couple
Bro,
people.
think about it. Like, imagine the power. Imagine Detroit all linked up like Atlanta or something. Like what they could do. You know?
But you know, the
It's like,
East
what do
Side
you
and
do?
West Side is totally different, though.
Bro,
We used to
I
go
know.
like,
But Team East Side, they fuck with the Doughboys. You know, Doughboys and shit.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, I know the Doughboys too.
So they fucked with,
All them,
7 Mile fucked with the,
that's where I
you know,
grew up at, man. 7 Mile, Better Mile, 7 Mile. Hey,
mm,
called the area I stayed in. They called it Baby Vietnam, bro. That shit, and I moved from a small town right into that.
baby
I
Vietnam.
moved.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, it was like four houses
Shit.
on our block, bro. Cops wouldn't even come down there. 7 Mile used to be hot, man. Lynch Mob was over
I'm
there.
in
The
fucking
boys was
Canada,
goofy.
bro. Bro, I'm in Canada. Bro, that shit's way more wild than even over here. And over here, when I was growing up, you see people jumping off the balcony every week. You see, people getting killed, stabbed in front of you. You see people throwing rocket launchers off the balcony and shit. Why the fuck you have a rocket launcher and shit?
Yeah,
You see,
grenade launchers and shit.
yeah, yeah, man.
Bro, there used to be people coming
What
from
the fuck?
Canada on boats, bro, bringing that shit. Man. That shit used to be wild. We'd be chilling at Belle Isle, motherfucker bag jump up on the thing. Like, what the fuck, motherfucker, come off a boat? I don't, like, bro, that
Dirty
shit,
Canadian.
bro. Bro, like man, y'all got some shit over here, bro. Man, man, I'm telling you, bro. Like in the late '90s, early 2000s, we
It's a
used to get
different
so
game
much,
over here, bro. You know what we do
bro.
over
We used to
here?
get
We're
what?
we move. They move a little more smart. You know what they do? They kill you, but instead of they don't kill you like they do in Detroit. You know what they do? They give you a little smile and a handshake. Then they headshot you when you least expect it. You know, that's how they do it over here. It's fucked.
Hey, bro, we was getting pineapples from y'all. You know what a pineapple is, right? A
Enough of that.
grenade. The grenade. Was smuggling shit over here, giving us
Yeah,
weapons.
that's from the bikers and shit, bro.
Yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, in the late '90s, early 2000s, man, this shit was like a war
Bro,
zone, bro.
my uncle blew up police stations over here and shit. The police were scared of. Bro, it's a whole different thing, bro. That's a,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. Police don't exist depending on what level you're on. You know, that's it.
It's just shit. That's how we linked up with a lot of people over there because shit,
And
we
this is all
19.
public. This is all public knowledge. I'm not. You know, it's all public knowledge. It's in books and shit. If anyone's listening, go do your research. You know. So
I know. We used to the way I linked up with people in Canada. You know, y'all was able to drink at 19, so we used to come over there after we turned 19, go to the casino and drink.
you know
And
what
we
everyone.
used
You know
to.
what everyone did in the high school family. We all went to Montreal. It's 18 over there. You know. So when you're in
Oh,
high
for
school,
real?
you can go. Yeah, it's 18 in Montreal. Everyone used to go over there. Yeah. Same when you went to Canada. Everyone in Canada went to Montreal because it's 18. You know what I mean? I remember.
Yeah, we used to hit Windsor and Ontario, and then we start traveling into Toronto and
Bro,
shit.
Windsor's like the armpit, bro.
Yeah, we just
That's
went
like
there to have
that's where you
fun
get
and
all
party and meet
crackheads,
people.
all buckets and shit over there, waste you know.
And we used to just hit the casino over there, and that was before we got our casinos too. So we used to head over there and get drunk on.
You gotta be careful over here. You never know. You might get sprayed in the face with maple syrup or some shit. Maybe like a moose or someone gonna come down the street, run you over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. You know about Detroit right there.
It's the same fucking bullshit
But there's
everywhere.
people on here. If I found out there's people on this app who claim Detroit and don't know shit about it.
I probably know more about Detroit than people who live in Detroit, you know.
Who live in that, especially like the street is different from, you know, like Detroit street is different from like the city. Like understanding the street life
Well,
versus the
you got the burbs, the suburbs and shit, no? Bare
yeah.
suburbs,
I'm
though.
in the burbs now. Yeah, I'm in the burbs now.
Good. You might as well be there, bro. The fuck?
Hey,
I
Letitia,
want the house
blessings.
in the woods, bro. House on the hill.
No doubt,
I'm
Letitia, be
still I'm
safe
in
on the road, sis.
I'm in I don't know if you know where East China is, but um I ain't too far from I'm on the like if I keep going up 94, I can get right into Canada too.
You're right there, bro. You're by the Windsor border.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm good. I'm born and raised on the G in Toronto. You know, the G. I can't seem to leave over here. I love it too much.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. It's different fields to get into. Oh shoot, yo, word, you come back up, bro. If anything,
He'll be back, bro. He hit the wrong thing.
no, it ain't him. His son probably got him this time, like the last time. His son got his ass. Swipe, swipe. But all in all, though, y'all, I mean, I'm serious. There's different ways to try to get where you
Uh oh.
need to get to and maintain your composure. You ain't got to
The
necessarily.
sweet sound of the Matrix. Perfect.
Nah, the annoying sounds of waking me the fuck up sometimes out my sleep. These niggas be
Hey,
up and down the block.
maybe you need that. What was that? A fire truck? Ambulance?
Fire truck, but we don't need that shit. Majority of the times, they don't even be going to no real emergency. They be getting on my nerve.
I know, bro. Bro, I used to live in a hood, bro. People, it was constant. It would be like, I don't know if people just did it for fucking fun, just to fuck with everybody else. I think that's what it was. But yeah, people pull that shit at least 3 times a day. I'm not even joking.
No, but you got some people who are still doing the dumb shit like prank calling.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're just like, someone's tormenting the hood and shit. You know what I mean? At least where I was growing up, bro. I was completely, man, I was
Nah, it
rough.
was just some things. Listen, it was just some things I wasn't doing. I don't give a damn what I was doing. That wasn't one of them. I wasn't fucking prank calling no cops, and I definitely wasn't prank calling and lying about no fires. Especially them niggas find out it ain't nothing going on, they be sick. Because
Want
while
to see,
you
want to
getting
hear something
diverted to
ironic? Yo, man's bro, the feds are outside at the building. Like people are annoyed because they would always harass people, so they're pissed off, right? So people threw an onion, they threw onions, they hit the cop car. They somehow figured out where the balcony was and shit. You know what I mean? Like where it came from. They
yeah.
raided the place and they threw off a fucking RPG. It wasn't even a grenade launcher; it's a whole RPG. Like this shit take down aircrafts and shit. What the fuck are these guys doing with that shit over there, bro? And they threw it off the balcony. Luckily, it never went off and killed a little kid or something. Yeah. People are fucked. RPGs and shit. What is this, the Taliban? I thought we were in Toronto.
Yeah, but this is the wild shit you gotta deal with. So
You don't need that. You don't need that, bro. All you need is one bullet. Depends. Okay, if there's like 6, 10 people, all I need is like a one clip, a one magazine, sort of. You know what I mean? If I wanted to defend myself. Unless you're a pussy and you get scared under pressure, like you don't even know where you're shooting. No, like every shot I'm gonna put, it's gonna hit directly right in the eye. You know, I don't really need many bullets. So what the fuck is? Oh, I'm gonna switch on the glizzy. Switch on the block. Yeah, you just rinse your whole fucking magazine. Now you have to reload. You never hit shit, and you're about to get tapped right in your fucking head. You know what I mean? Horrible. Just zero aim. You just like probably hit like a random kid like 2 blocks away. What the fuck is wrong with you?
so I ain't messing with you. There you come out the shadow hugging, bro. What's going on, my guy? What's going on, my guy?
Bro, I came back out of nowhere. You know, I randomly appeared. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about my boy that just popped up.
You don't throw away onions. They're a good source of fucking nutrients and shit. You know what I mean? They have layers.
Hey man, listen. Some people are just, I don't know. It's a mental state. Things that some people are really thinking. You like, come on, bro. Like, I ain't gotta go that far. I don't think I should have to go that extreme. But I don't know. Some people don't think with logic no more. It's more of an emotional stance now.
So it makes me feel like my ego. Oh, I'm gonna go do some fucking bullshit. You know, it makes no
Mm.
sense. And then what happens? Like you're not even smart enough to get away with this shit. So don't even try doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but man, listen. This is the all in all fucking emotion of it. I shouldn't have to compromise myself just to try to make something of myself. If I want to find my niche in life, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna stay with it. And if that don't work, it's called having a plan B. And again,
Bro,
I shouldn't have to go to that extreme levels for nothing.
there's no plan, bro. Bro. Do you understand the power of your own mind? I think you do. You know what I mean? The fuck? There's nothing that even me. I'm just a projection of your own self. Somehow, for some reason, you projected me into this reality to have this conversation. That's how powerful, bro. You can control everything if you wanted to, or influence it to, in the right way. So you're blessed, and your loved ones are blessed, and everyone around. It's easy.
Nah,
And
it's
you
not
think when
easy for some people. Listen,
it's
it ain't
it's
easy for
so
some people.
easy. It's so easy, but it's so hard at the same time.
It ain't easy for some because I'll be honest with you, it's not easy to bring people together, especially under one roof, under one accord. Sometimes it's hard to even do that in a positive light. But see, I'm way different from that. And again, when it comes down to shit that need to be spoken about, it need to be brought up. And that's one of them. Again, you fellas, don't compromise your moral integrity just for that dollar bill. It ain't worth it.
That's the equivalent of selling your soul per se. You know what I mean? So what, you're trying to sell your soul? Fuck, I'll pay you. How much you want? Fuck.
Nah, because they gotta understand there's different ways and different levels to get to where you need to be at in life. Main thing you gotta remember when you do get there to be humble. That's really about it. You stay humble and you do the right things accordingly, you be all right.
Get money, stay humble. If you want to call it money.
No, but you gotta remember that. Because if you don't think about it, you'll go way well above yourself and then now you crash and burn. And why crash and burn? Why crash and burn when you know for a fact you still got a little more to live for? Do what you gotta do and leave your niche while you hit.
I'm still pretty young. I'm still in my 20s, bro. So if you could go back to your 20s and tell yourself one thing, what would it be?
Absolutely nothing. Because
Perfect.
because I done learned everything I need to learn anyway. You gotta
Exactly.
learn things in life again. You ain't
So
gonna be
what?
able to be great unless you take a loss. So
So
when you
what do I
don't take
do from
losses,
what do I do from here, Nate?
try to move accordingly, bro. Move forward. If you trying to build a family, do that. You trying to make a change in the world, do that, bro. You still got time.
How much you want to bet I will? How much you want to bet I'm going back to where I grew up on the Gene? I guarantee I'm gonna pull a lot of the youth out of that. I'm trying to make like some sort of not philanthropy, but like I'm trying to make like the kids in you know the kids where I grew up and shit. I'm trying to make it like something I never had. I did have it myself because I learned martial arts when I was young for free.
Yeah.
I mean, like someone took me under the wing. I'm trying to bring that to everybody because I feel like if you give them that when they're young, they can fucking head kick everything in reality after. You know, it'll make it easier.
Yeah, because it's giving you cause, not just giving you exercise, not just giving you knowledge on
A
how to
mind state.
do
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, it's just giving you that tough mind state. It's almost the same thing with boxing. You got some people that was into boxing. So like I said, it's always different ways to make a niche and do something, right? You ain't gotta necessarily compromise your soul for it.
I'm gonna do it, man. I guarantee it. I'm not even 30 years old. I guarantee it. Watch, I'm gonna come back here and like, bro, I'm gonna show you the foundation.
That's what you're
I've
supposed
written
to
it.
do.
I've written it on the wall, like, bro. I made a vow to myself. There's no choice. I have to do it.
See, that's a strong, stern mind right there. Sticking to your common goal like you're supposed to.
There's nothing. And like I'm asking this shit just to humor me. Like it doesn't matter what the fuck anyone tells me. I don't need anybody else's opinion. I already know it's happening. I know like I breathe. I know like my heart beats. It's happening regardless. And try taking it. Yeah, even if you try stopping me, I'm gonna come back even harder.
That's the mentality you're supposed to have.
Nothing can stop this shit.
Oh shoot, my fault. I just got a couple good messages. Huh? Good.
Of course he did.
My fault. Continue.
I'm sure it's funny as fuck.
No, it's funny for
Because
me. It's gonna be an
yeah,
easy
of
night
course.
at work.
It made sense. It all made sense.
Mm.
It all connects, you know.
Yeah, Dee Dee, what's going on, sis? But all in all, though, even like taking that initiative, that's just like you opening up your own community center. If you know you got the knowledge to do it, and you know you got the people around you that's willing to do it, you definitely got some spark right there to try to get the youth.
It's too much violence and shit. I don't want to see like how many friends I have of mine. Like, all of my friends now, pretty much, like except a few of them, they're all dead or in jail. You know, I don't want to see this shit anymore. It's annoying. For what? 'Cause people don't have
Exactly.
enough patience and shit. Like it's all about patience. You have to teach them patience.
You definitely do.
That's why I like growing because that teaches you have to do something every day, and you're gonna get something out of it, but you have to at least 90 days of consistent. It's not
Yeah.
overnight. You just fucking stick to someone for a few months and see what happens. You have to plant the seed and germinate it and water it and make it grow into something.
Big facts. But see, that's a start right there because some people are taking that initiative as you speak, as far as doing the right things. You got some people in here who are pushing initiatives to try to get the right things for the schools. Like a lot of these schools definitely need to be revamped from the inside out, even when it comes to your kids' safety. So there's a different array of people in here, and that's why I said it's not easy to come with a group of
Right,
everybody. But
brother.
most
You don't want
everybody
to get
got the
me
same thing.
yeah, you don't want to get me into the fucking schooling because the whole school system, the education system, it's been usurped. It's been taken over a long time ago. They're not trying to teach people how to think for themselves. They're trying to they're trying to teach them how to be pretty much a slave, like a wage slave, pretty much. Going to
Oh,
debt,
that part
probably
I
not
know.
get a job. You know what I mean?
Guess what? You
They
ain't
try.
saying nothing you ain't saying nothing that I ain't already peeped because guess what? You go to school from quote unquote 8 to 3 or 9 to 5, right? Just to end up getting a job from 9 to 5. And only the weekends off if you get those weekends off. So like come on.
Yeah, they're conditioning you to be a perfect little fucking slave. We're all slaves. Think about it. We're all slaves. What do they say? Oh, your life is worth this. Go work 8 hours a day, sleep 8 hours a day. What do you have left? 8 hours. So that means 2/3. How much percent is 2/3, bro? How many percent is 2/3? That's 66.66666%. You're supposed to be working and sleeping. It's done on purpose.
Wait, I'm gonna interject there and I'm gonna tell you something on the opposite flip side. You got people who in 24 hours a day will only spend maybe 8 hours sleeping or make 2 to 5 hours sleeping and be the rest of their time on here. And you know
Well,
what that's called? You know what that's called though? You know what that's called?
multitasking.
No. You know what that's called for people that do stuff like that? They call it trolls. Ah, ah. Message.
You can multitask with this shit, bro.
Yeah, but if you can multitask doing shit like that, you should be able to multitask and actually do something constructive. Like, see what you're doing is constructive.
That's what I
Regardless
try
of
to do.
whether
Like
it's constructive.
I'm always every day is a learning experience. So, even on here, like how much fucking shit I've learned right now, even through talking and listening.
Yeah.
I know
Hustle
tomorrow I'll
T, what's
wake up
going
as a
on?
better man.
Yeah.
It's
All right, there's a multitude of
transformation.
ways.
You always have to. If you're not building, if you're not growing, you're dying. You know.
Yeah. If you ain't
What
getting the
goes up
proper,
has to come down.
listen. if you ain't getting the proper nutrients and everything else, you definitely die. So it
Exactly.
all goes into accordance. Hustle T, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Nah, but I feel even if you are going, even if you are deciding to be in the work field for the time frame that you're in, it, you shouldn't
Kids
have to
hit the bong.
compromise that at all.
Sorry, but kids
No,
hit the
you
bong. I had to take a bong break.
good. Nah, you good, bro. You ain't saying nothing. I'm rolling up something right now.
Of course you are.
No, but yeah, I'm supposed to. Mhm. No, but all in all, though, is the truth. You got multitudes of ways to grow and succeed in life without having to necessarily quote unquote give your soul up. It ain't worth it. And then you
There's
gotta think
ways
about
around
it.
it. It's not easy, but there's ways around it. Remember, water always flows to the lowest point, the path of least resistance, right? So if you just give in to shit and you just like, okay, I'll take this, I'll do that, or whatever, you know, you're gonna go right to the bottom, and there's no getting back up from there. You have to go upstream, you know. You have to swim upstream. The current's coming your way. I'm gonna swim up that shit. Yeah, the earthquake's coming, the tsunami's coming, whatever. I'm gonna grab a fucking surfboard. I'm gonna surf the tsunami. Fuck that shit. I'll be laughing. That's the
You hear me,
mentality.
bro?
Nothing
I'll take a break.
nothing outside can fucking affect you. That's it.
Yo,
Hey, can
bro.
you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, there,
Yeah.
bro. I ain't know if my headset popped. My bad, bro. My wife called.
Nah, you good. I thought thing one got you again like he did last time. Mhm.
No, not this time. Thing two started. Not a dog tripping. Everybody tripping on me, bro.
Oh shoot.
What are you saying, bro? What's the display pitch?
Say that again?
I'm asking our friend here that joined. I can't see the name. It's just blocking it. You know what I
The
mean?
word.
What's your name? The word or the bird? The bird is a
The
word.
word.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
Mhm.
What's
That's
with
my
your
boy
fucking
Pink
display
jumped in.
picture, bro? Your avatar. Why did you choose this avatar?
That name was given to me by one of my mentors, the Hootie or Thought.
Tahuti
Yeah,
or Thoth?
yeah, Thought.
Hermes Trismegistus? Yeah. The thrice great, the great great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his name given to me.
I wonder who gave it to you.
Oh shoot,
Um,
Tiny was over here eating barbecue ribs and shit. Yo, Yak, what's going on? Well,
Baba Raheru.
I
He
have a friend. I have a friend, Freighter RC, and coincidentally, he had Temple Tahuti. Have you ever heard of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn?
yeah. I mean the Hermetic. I don't. Yeah, the Hermetic school, bro. I just don't like the
No,
fact.
I'm saying ever Kemetic. You like Kemetic better?
Yeah,
Same thing.
you said you
So,
said.
have you ever heard of the Golden Dawn? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. The Hermetics and Hermetics. Now, Hermetics got too much Christianity mixed into it.
It's a little
Hermetic
too
is straight
Western. Yeah.
Egyptian.
Kemetic,
Yeah,
Kemetic is it's a little more pure. But yeah, you
yeah.
can you see how funny like you can move the H to a K. I'm not talking about the handgun, the HK. HKs are nice, but I'm saying you can move the H to the K, and then all of a sudden it has a whole different feeling to it. You know what I mean?
That's because they incorporated. It's like people went into Kemet and they couldn't quite understand it. So what they had to do was associate things they knew
What
with what
what
they
does
were
Kemet
studying.
mean?
Land of the Black.
Yeah, I mean, oh, that's kind of simplified. Really, what Kemet means is the land of the black soil. And really what that
No,
means is it used to have very fertile soil back in those days. I
that
mean,
that's
you
that's
know,
that's westernized too. They use that to take away from the people. They talk about the soil only where they have.
not everything is about race back then. Now it is nowadays. Because look, people don't even know what gender they are nowadays. You know,
There
they're
was no
completely
such
fucked.
thing. There wasn't no such thing as race back then. But when they say land of the black, they was talking about the people
Exactly.
who
It's not about
inhabited.
race. It's not about race. It's
Yo,
about
yo,
doctrine.
Cage, Cage, yo, bro, listen. You gotta
It's
let
about
him get his
doctrine.
word in, bro. Yo, bro, I want you to
Uh,
understand me. I don't know if you got a time delay or not, because I know you coming from the Facebook page. But let my brother get his word off, bro. Like, yeah, I got people watching, bro. They can't hear it, and both of y'all
well,
going back and forth.
that's just an apparition. It's fake. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'll shut up. My bad, bro.
Oh no, you good, bro. But no, when they say land of the black, they was talking about the people who inhabited. So then when people came in, the only black soil was on the river Nile. So to call a whole area the land of the black soil, when there's only a small portion that actually had soil, that they was doing that to take away from the people. They whitewashed everything, bro. Because
You know,
Kemet,
like
even
the Bleckley Tepe issue, like back a long, long time ago. Pretty much, there's been apocalyptic events going on for a while. That's wiped out many civilizations that have probably, they had a different way of thinking, and they're probably more advanced than the modern people are because they're more scientific now. You know, they had different types of hidden knowledge that was unfortunately not really lost, but it was lost on purpose and only held for the elect or the elite. You
and then it's like this too. Like if I come in your house, right? If I come in your house, it's gonna be things that I can associate to, but it's gonna be things I have no idea. And to understand it, I'm gonna have to use something I already know. So when they went into Egypt, that's what they did. They went in there and they seen stuff that they couldn't relate to. So they used what they already knew to try to decipher or to translate what they was doing or saying. So if you don't have what they call a ka and a ba and a aket, which is the three parts of your soul, if you don't have that and if you don't have the understanding of it, you have to take God from within you and put it out in the sky to associate yourself with it. Their God was outside of themselves. Our God's always been inside of us. That's the difference between spirituality and religion. Religion, you seeking God outside yourself. Spirituality, you seek God within.
within everything, within all. You know? Religion is just doctrine and dogma. I'd be very wary of anything with dogma attached to it. It's like, oh, you know,
Papa Will,
when
what's
I was
going on, bro?
when
Oh
I was a
shit.
young kid, if I could tell you guys a story, it's hilarious. When I was a young kid in the hood, I was waiting. I was like probably like 15, 14 years old. I was waiting to, get the bus to go to school. Went around at the corner, and the regular like train, like transit bus and shit, not like a school bus, like these fucking. Or I'm walking. Sometimes I don't want to walk, but guy comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, if you don't believe in Jesus, your soul is gonna burn in hell forever." Da, 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 da. I look at this guy. I'm like, "Look at your skin color." I'm like, look at who you are. You know what I mean? Look at yourself. I'm saying, you understand what the fuck the Catholic Church did to people under the name of God, apparently. You know what I mean? Even in Canada now, they're fucking digging up like mass graves of thousands of little children, Native Canadians over here, Indigenous people here, and they're digging them up, and that's what, and they're right under churches and shit. The fuck? These people, they're not about God. They're not about you. They're not about anything there except controlling the fuck out of you and dividing and conquering. Because now, oh, if you're a part of that, then you're burning in hell forever. So fuck the Muslims, fuck the Jews, fuck the Hindus, fuck the Buddhists, everything. It's my way or the highway mentality. It's done on purpose. Religion is like the cause of most wars. Look at the Vatican and shit. It's very powerful.
Let's not forget another thing that causes a lot of war. It's not just jealousy, it's
Pussy,
money.
money, and religion. Those are the three things. Pussy, money, and religion. Root of all evil. As men, can you agree with me with that? Have you not seen that? It's always over a fucking bitch, or it's over fucking money, another bitch, or it's over fucking religion, another bitch. Three bitches.
The fuck is these niggas going?
I could even argue on those points. I can argue like a self discipline too, um, because all those things can be used in a positive way to motivate. It's how people use it. Most people,
Exactly. It's like a double edged sword. Everything is a double edged sword. It's like a hammer. I could bludgeon you with the hammer. I can help you build a house. Same shit.
duality. Yeah, there's duality though.
Yeah.
There's no good without evil. So anything that, I mean, what's good for one people is bad for other people.
Yeah,
War
but
is good.
no. Well, that's being selfish and shit. That's like the regular program. I don't give a fuck what's good for me. I care about what I'm gonna make the best decision on the board so everybody's prospering. To the best of my ability. Remove yourself from that.
That's virtually
It's all
impossible.
me all the time.
That's like this, right? So if we talk about white supremacy, right? If we end white supremacy, is that not bad for the people who flourished under it?
I can't really change that. I'm living it right now, right? But none of us are there to experience that. It's called history for a reason. I don't know. You can make up anything you want. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Was I
And
mean,
my
it's
family
like
never participated in that. They actually got massacred and shit. If you want to go into it,
no, I'm just saying, like if you end it, it's bad for the people who's benefiting off of it, but it's good for everybody else. So that's what I'm saying. It's just is what's good for some people is bad for other people. What's bad for other people is good for some people. I mean, that's just the law of the universe. That's just how things work.
that's what the natural law.
Yeah.
What's good for the goose ain't always good for the gander. So we know how that is.
Oh.
So I mean, it has to.
You can kind of soften. You can try to soften the blow, though.
Yeah, but
That's what we
people
really
don't.
could do.
That's the best you can do. Like the best you can do is like try to make it as fair as possible. You level the playing field a little bit. You know?
Equity over
Just
equality.
have some
I
proper
don't believe in
competition.
equality.
Wait, what you
I
say,
don't.
word?
I say I don't believe in equality. I believe in equity. People aren't. We ain't created equal. We have men. We have women. We have tall people. We have short. No one is created equal. But what we can do is, like he said, level the playing field. If I'm, if I have,
Yeah, why not? It's
well,
fair game. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
let's
once
make
you,
it fair. So for me, I'm a man, so I don't want to cheat, right? So I'd rather just like show you, and then we could play. Like I want to show you the rules of the game at least before I fucking try facing you. But these people are so lazy. There's like, yeah, we're just gonna lie to them, deceive them. They won't even know how to move the pieces, and then we'll just fucking checkmate them. Like how the fuck can you face a grandmaster when you don't even know how the fucking pieces move? You're done, over. It's not even a fucking competition.
and
That's
that's what
annoying.
we're
That's so
saying now.
boring. That's boring. I don't. These guys are pussies. I want to go after the biggest fucking people possible, which I do, and I've talked to them, and they want nothing to do with me. Like get this guy off here. Because I don't know. I take this shit seriously. Because if you're gonna fuck with people around me,
Oh,
it's not your. No, I'm saying I take reality serious when it comes to like family and that. It's like yeah, you try to touch my family or my friends or something, it's over for you. You're done in a nice way. I'm gonna soften the blow. You know.
And that's
You
our,
know
as men, that's our job is to protect and provide. That's 100.
what? You going in and out? Say that again.
And that makes me do it. Even though I shouldn't. Like anyone
Nah,
else.
word. Hold on. Well, hold on. Word. Say it again. You was going in and out, bro. Mine.
Oh no, I was saying as men, that's our main objective is to provide and protect. You
Facts.
know that's what we designed to do is to provide and protect. You know, there's too many men right now displaying that feminine energy, and they forget their natural roles. And instead of protecting the women and providing for the family, like you were saying earlier, people starting families without the intention to fulfill their roles. You're just
Exactly.
going around having multiple baby mamas. How you go protect and provide for multiple households
Bro,
simultaneously?
imagine this. They don't want people to do this. That's why I have the Planned Parenthood and all that. Bare abortions, all this like fight, like oh abortion. What about this? What about you plan
Say that
Sounds
again.
good, man. Yeah, you went out, bro. I thought that was me.
Okay. You went out, bro.
at a perfect at a perfect fucking timing, And then what the fuck does that create? And then you're putting. This is how you make intergenerational wealth. This is how you create something that's greater than yourself. You know, do it on fucking purpose. Like Pacific time, you're gonna be busting in there at like fucking 3:33. Concepted, boom. That shit's fucking dealing with it. You can do it on purpose. Imagine you did that. What kind of kid would come out after?
Nah, I'm gonna
You
be
broke up.
honest with you. That's on both ends. Y'all ain't supposed to be making poor decisions. Period.
Yeah,
Again,
I'm saying you do it on fucking purpose, and you time it. You time it. You do it all perfectly. You know, you little
some
kid. What
people ain't time. They just it's the lust factor. It don't be timing at all. Sometimes just be a lust factor because you have some people
do you mean lust,
who
bro? Pull out. Make the sure the bitch is on the pill or something. Fucking use a condom if you have to, whatever. Or you can pull out and make sure she's on the pill. Bless. Good. That's it.
yeah, but guess what?
If
You
you
got
want
some
to
people
fuck
that don't
around.
think that way. But you got some people that ain't thinking that way, bro. Hence why I was making some of that announcement about people being deadbeats. You cannot be a dead. You cannot
You
keep
need
bringing kids in the
communication.
world if you're gonna. You're not gonna keep bringing people into the world if you're gonna be prepared to take care of them. That's a crime against humanity. Period. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
And see, that's what I did, bro. I got married. I waited. I'm
Bro,
36
everyone
years
has free
old.
will. Like,
Hold on,
bro.
bro. Hold on, bro. Listen, you did this the second time I done had to tell you already,
I don't
bro.
think,
My bad.
yeah, I don't think he heard me. But that's what I
I
did,
heard you,
bro.
bro. My bad. I said sorry.
Oh no, shit, I was taking off for you. But I was saying, like, I waited till I was 36 to have my first kid. I got married. I mean, it's doable. I mean, that should be the way. We gotta start making things. Uh, we gotta stop making excuses for things, and we gotta stop accepting things. It's not cool to start a family without the foundation set. If you want kids, if you want kids, be responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I
Get it.
like. I love what you just said there. You can't start a family without the foundation set. Exactly. How can you build a home without a foundation? You know.
See,
Think
that's
about it.
the. I
The
mean,
structure
but
won't
you
won't it won't settle properly. It's gonna get fucked up. The wind will take it down.
Phil, what's going on?
see that's where the examples though come from. You know what I'm saying? We need to highlight people who doing the right thing instead of highlighting the things that's wrong. Like even on this app, like look at the conversations we having now. This room should have at least 100 people in it, but it's not. It's the rooms with all the fuck shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I mean, that's what's hot and that's what's popular. You know, and that just shows you this app is nothing but a reflection of society. Is the micro or the macro? It
Exactly.
is.
I'm here to plant seeds. That's all I'm here to do. Eventually, they'll you know, germinate.
Wait, but look what Willis just said though.
Weak
What bro
men
said.
fall for and do anything as soon as the word coochie is. Yeah, exactly. A bunch of simpletons. Like, you're putting the pussy on the pedestal. Are you fucking dumb? I make these bitches bow to me, and they literally pay me. You know what I mean? They gotta pay
Yeah,
me. What the fuck are you talking about? When shit hits the fan, all this feminism, all this fucking equality is going out the window and shit. They're gonna want strong fucking men to defend them, give them food, take care of them. Bro, or people are fucked. You understand what this world is like? Like, what kind of la land are these bitches living in, and people are living in? I'm saying bitches, and I mean men and women. You know what I mean? Enough of that.
I ain't making no female bow to me, bro. I ain't trying to dominate no female. You don't need to.
Fucking
Females
bow.
give you control if you worth it. You know, my wife is submissive
They'll
towards
do,
me. I don't.
well, yeah, they're
I'm
gonna do it willingly because they like to do it because they know they're gonna be taken care of properly. That's what it
Well,
is. It's
women
all
are
about protection.
natural nurturers by nature, but just like we are natural protectors and providers, we are natural hunters and gatherers. Women are natural nurturers. So what they do best is nurture, even men. That's why you see so many women trying to fix broken men because naturally that's what they do. They nurture, you know. So we are complementary pieces to one another. One should not try to dominate the other. If you work together, that's. I mean, you can't have life without a
Well,
womb.
no. Well, even think about this. Like even like with marriage, right? You're supposed to put a ring on a woman's finger and bow to her and shit. Propose, right? You propose. I propose I'm gonna be a pussy and bow to a woman. Bro, I'll make the bitch. The only time I'll never bow to anybody. Never mind a woman. No man, no government, none of that. Occasion, I'll live on my fucking feet. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
first of all,
see,
the only time I see anyone bowing to me is when she's, given the top properly and shit. She can bow for that. That's it. End of
yeah,
story.
see, it's about perspectives because I don't have a problem like with my wife. I got on one knee and
Yeah,
proposed to
you
her.
went, you went on your one knee and went and
And
put
this
the ring of
time, coach,
Saturn on your.
hold on,
You,
hold on,
you
hold
know,
on,
you know
hold
you're
on, hold
bound
on,
to. You're
hold
Bro,
on,
bound by
hold
listen,
on,
bro,
Saturn.
hold
bro,
on,
bro, bro,
hold
bro.
on, bro.
Listen,
Let me
no,
get
no,
up
no,
on
hold
this,
on,
bro.
hold
It
on,
gets
hold on.
deep in
One
there.
word. Yo, hold up, listen. Now I'm about to really snap, bro. Literally,
Don't
son.
do
I
that. Don't
how many
snap.
times you gonna keep interrupting, my man? Like yo, bro. We're not going through this
Your
again.
alarm going off in the background.
It's not an alarm, nothing. Now this alarm done went off, bro. My man is trying to get his words across, and you still interrupting. Now the next time this happens, guess what? You up out of here, bro.
Getting
I'm,
excommunicated. Hey,
Nah, but nah, what I was saying
I'm get,
though, if you
turn
have,
off the fucking alarm.
but what I was saying, I don't mind bending the knee and asking for my wife's hand in marriage for the simple fact the sacrifices that she have to make after that. You know, we as men, we don't know the sacrifices women have to make. Um, Even giving birth to my child, it tears her body up. That's a huge sacrifice. We don't have to go through that. So no, and then if you understand the man is the head and the woman is the neck, the head don't move without the neck. That's why I say there's no point of dominating something that you're supposed to compliment. That's why the shit's so fucked up now in the world. Men trying to dominate women, women want to dominate men. You're supposed to work together. We all got roles. Just play your role. Just like in any business or job, if everybody doing their job what they're supposed to do, You got a well-oiled machine functioning properly, everybody become prosperous. But if when one person try to dominate one another aspect of it, then that's when shit start going all fucked up.
I'm
We
not
don't
saying
exist without one another.
dominate. I'm saying lead it to that symbiosis that you're describing, right? Because nowadays it's so perverted that you have to be that way in order to lead. If you want anything like that, like the regular back in the day type thing, where it is a complementary, symbiotic relationship, then yeah, you're gonna have to. Things are getting so distorted now. Yeah, you have to be a bit aggressive. You know, this is how it is. And that's not for everybody. It's being done very purposefully. They don't want a strong family unit. You know, they're trying to
I think
remove that.
if you get two like-minded people coming together for to complete a goal, I mean, people ain't even on the same page when they link up. They hook up for the wrong reason. People, men are with women because of looks. Women are with men because the money they got. Nobody even. I mean, and like Nate said earlier, most people lust. They don't even like people say it's a thin line between love and hate. No, it's not. Ain't no thin line, but there's a thin line between lust and hate, but not love and hate. And we accept these ideologies. Oh, yeah, it's a thin line. No, that's an excuse. 'Cause as a father, the way I love my kids, I'm not gonna hate them. As a child of my mother, I don't hate my mother. Ain't no thin line between that. Love is love.
Big facts. It's all about the perspective. Because, like I said, you're gonna have some people who are going to be willing to bend over that. You're gonna have some people that just want to kindly walk away because at the end of the day, that's time, energy, all of that invested. You can't get a portion of that back.
Right. And see, I got a friend going through some shit right now, and they talking about working stuff out, and it's like it ain't nothing to work out. That shit, fuck. You know, it's your pride. Let it go. You know, you invested time and money into this relationship, but this shit ain't working. So why keep banging your head against the wall? You know, people, so many people got so much fucked up shit inside of them.
You know what it is,
And
bro? It's it's like what's the fucking term called again? It's like what's it called? When people are self-reliant, but they're not self-reliant. It's like the opposite. They're self-dependent or dependent or whatever it's called. You know, they need someone around them. Well, some people are like that. They're afraid to be by themselves. You know, so
people
they
need
just latch on to
validation.
whatever they can get. You know?
So many people nowadays need validation. They need somebody else to tell them how good or wonderful or how special they are. And they don't believe in themselves. There ain't no self confidence, ain't no self esteem, ain't no self love. You know, people don't work on themselves. People, you got to be fine by yourself before you can be with anybody. I mean, even before you go in a group or anything, you got to have, even when you join in a group, you're still an individual within a group. So, I mean, you just got to grow to love yourself.
Trust me, like yeah, I've interviewed certain people, and you break down the psychology, and you get to the point where they want to feel pain and they want to literally be controlled. You go give somebody ultimate freedom. They want and just leave them by themselves. They don't know what the fuck to do with it. They'll be like, "Fuck this! I want to go back to jail." It's like Stockholm syndrome. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Well, this is my thing, all in all, right? And it goes back to what I was saying. If you both bringing your ideologies, or if you bringing everything to the forefront, you will be able to determine what you want to do exactly. Hence why I was saying earlier this morning about mandatory DNA testing. Yeah, because you don't want to be in a situation. You don't want to be one of them good ones getting caught up, thinking you about to have a family or thinking you got a family, and you find out none of the kids is yours. Because that right there, that fucks with the psyche right there. Again, some people are gonna be able to tolerate it,
All
man
right,
up
but
to it.
hold on.
Some people ain't.
Why are you with a woman to the point where you think one of the kids? Why is that even a possibility? Why is that even on the table? You know what the fuck? Who are you
First
dealing
of
with?
all, you have some people who, if they have, listen, you got some people that will be willing to fucking forgive people. But that's depending on if you telling
Well,
them the
that
truth.
means that's stupid people. Then
They ain't necessarily stupid because guess what? If there is a, if there is a, if that's just like you finding out somebody was doing something you ain't even know.
done.
You
You're
supposed
done.
to,
That's it.
you ain't. I don't consider
You have
that
to
dumb. I
just
consider
have
that.
boundaries and shit. No, because you're afraid. That means you don't even respect yourself at all. If you allow that, oh, I'm gonna forgive. That means you're just a pussy, in my opinion.
So then in my opinion, you will be calling all the women that did.
Bro, the
And you
bitch.
know we can't. And you know we can't have that in here because we do have women in here. So I'm gonna actually ask you respectfully. We really gonna say that?
It's a fucking game, man. I'm not gonna lose the game.
It's
Respectfully.
not a. But see, respectfully, it's not about a game. Period. Now I'm gonna just tell you this all in all. You're gonna have some people that's unaware of certain things that are going on, especially if they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Again, you have good men who are out there doing what they're doing and not even aware if they might be with somebody that's doing things on the low. And
What kind
rather that person
of,
tells them the
all I
truth
gotta
or
do,
not.
all I
Hold
gotta
up,
do
bro.
is look
Hold
a
up, bro.
woman in the
Hold up,
eyes.
bro. Hold up, bro. But guess what? You still gotta understand something. You have people that are literally not tell nobody nothing. So if they not aware of certain shit, they're gonna assume that this is what it is. And then you're gonna have some people that are gonna get pinned for shit that they know for a fact ain't. Look how many people getting pinned for kids that ain't there. That's why I said mandatory DNA testing because you're not gonna pin something on somebody if that's not theirs. You want somebody pinning the kid on you, bro? Let me ask you that question. You want somebody pinning the kid on you and you know you ain't do nothing with them, or you know you was safe with them?
I'm gonna call fucking Maury. I'm gonna call Jerry. We'll do a DNA test. Fucking Jerry.
Well, why
Jerry.
have to
Jerry.
stupid? Well, why have to do all of that, bro? When you could have that shit happen
It's fucking
in the
joking.
hospitals?
Never happened to me. I don't fucking deal with people like that. Simple. I don't deal with women like that. I don't deal with little immature girls. I deal with women. You know what I mean? Proper women. They're not gonna be doing that. They're a little bit harder than that. You know what I mean? I trust that bitch more than I trust like most of the quote unquote men. They're bitches too. This bitch would fucking yeah. I'd rather put the gun into her and she'll probably have better aim than half of these idiots. You know, that's the type of woman I'm trying to deal with. Never mind that.
But this is where things go wrong too. Like I was telling somebody, the irresponsibility because again, if you know you out here doing what you doing, and you ain't being safe, you can't sit here and try to pin that on anybody. And if you know who the person is, you might as well bring it to that person. And if you are unaware of who that person is, then you need to start doing some searching. This ain't a game. Because again, you bring unwanted kids into the world. And then if you're going to try to pin it on somebody, at least pin it on the right person.
That's fucked up. That's some psychopathic shit. If a woman's trying to do that to a man,
And then I
that
say this,
that bitch is she's monopolizing her pussy. Is that too offensive? That's what it is, man. Might as well put her in the hotel and shit. $60 half an hour.
I say this too, bro. When you
Yo,
dealing with
Cherokee,
people,
salute.
when you dealing with people always show you their best right up front. And it takes time to really
What are
understand
they
if that's
doing?
them all the time or if that's them sometimes. So, I mean, just being aware, you don't really know nobody, you know. So, I mean, it's a gamble just interacting with people.
You never fucking know. You know what I mean? It's kind of
But
random.
the important thing is to It's to be aware. It's to pay attention.
I come in peace.
I can't even see what that's saying.
So respectfully, we do have women in here, bro.
Yeah, we don't disrespect women and men. I mean that's part of your lingo, but
Bro, I love women, bro. What do you mean? The smartest woman I've ever met in my smartest person I've ever met in my life was a woman. Is a woman. I don't know if she's alive or dead yet. It's my mom. She's like a genius. You know what I mean? She's a woman. Everyone has their mom. You have your aunts and your cousins, whatever, bro. The fuck, gender doesn't. There's either. I don't really see that. I look deeper than that shit. No race, no gender, none of that. I just see the person. Is the person able to be understanding basic things or not? That's all I see. By basic, I mean not the shit that you're taught, the shit that you have to see, you know?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, that need to be mandatory though. Because everything that's being like maneuvered around. Come on now, time for some of those cycles. And some of those cycles could break, and that honestly ain't a bad idea at all. Because that gives somebody that proper understanding, but that also gives them that right to decide what they're gonna do from there. Because you're gonna have some people that are gonna lie straight to your face until the truth get found out. Like Izzy Pop, what's going on, sis? Yeah, but all in all, though, that need to be mandatory because again, you got some good people out there that's getting caught up. And think about it again, you can't get that time and that energy and that effort back. And if you already built a bond, that's kind of like messing up the cycle or whatever it is you had going. And some people are going to be able to tolerate it. Some people ain't going to be able to. Some people just going to straight walk away. Because if you love somebody, there is no reason for you to go outside of your comfort zone. Yo, word, you there?
yeah, I'm still here, bro. I was just thing too. I'm feeding her and she going ape shit right now.
Nah, you good, bro.
That's why I couldn't give you no raccoon. Oh, here we go, baby. Couldn't give you no raccoon jokes, bro. I've been getting hit by dirty diapers and shit foots, changing
Yeah.
her diaper. You stick her
That,
foot in the diaper and you kick me in the face.
she giving you raccoon love, showing you what the hell be going on.
Yeah, man. I mean that, but what you were saying earlier about the deadbeats, man. That we need to stop making that normal excuses for that. I mean, uh, we just got to be responsible, man. I mean, shit, I broke the mold in my family, bro. My dad got 6 kids by 4 different women. My brother got 4 kids by three different women, 4 different women, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
even know how many nieces and nephews I got by my brother, bro. Honestly, I don't. But I broke the mold. I brought all my brothers and sisters up here to see me get married. Like this, how you supposed to do it. We have to
Yeah.
we have to be that influence, man. We have to be like you said. Don't be a example, be the example. Especially as man, older men. Like I'm almost 40, bro. I mean, if I'm not leading by example, how can I talk to somebody younger than me? I mean, it's one thing, telling people, don't do as I do as I say. But how do people learn from observation? So, I mean, I have to be an example. So, I mean, if you an older man and you think you ain't no role model, you need to change your life and become one. Flat and simple. No more excuses, man.
Facts. That's on both ends though, because I ain't gonna hold you. I said it seemed like it's a mental blockage when it comes to that. Because at the end of the day, I feel all in all, if you ain't really prepared for any of those type of you shouldn't be going there because it messes you up. And guess what? You still gonna end up having to be with somebody because guess what? Now you're gonna need somebody to help you raise them. But if you
And
ain't doing
then
it the right way, that becomes a problem. That's almost like with the women having multiple kids with multiple dudes. You be like, how's this gonna work? Because guess what? Now y'all all somewhat are connected through one person because she was the bearer of your kids.
and then you want somebody to come in and play stepdaddy. I did that so many times, man. That shit do not work. It didn't work for me. I'm not gonna say it don't work, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Being that stepfather. Um, because at the end of the day, you still not the daddy. Uh, Even when it comes to discipline, I mean, it can get some women open like this is this kid need discipline, but then some women like, oh, this is my kid. I was dating this one chick, and Christmas, birthdays, it was fine me buying the kids stuff and all that, but when it came to like her not doing her homework, like, nah, you don't want to do your homework, you don't want to you ain't watching TV. Now I got 7-year-old arguing with me. And I'm like, I call her mom. Well, I just let her watch TV until I get home. And then I found out the mom was doing her homework. And I'm like, how does that go back for her? Like, nah, this isn't cool, but I'm not the father. You see what I'm saying? So when it's time to enforce things, and that's my role as a man, I'm the disciplinarian. And I'm not talking about whooping her child, but no, you can't watch TV if you're not doing your homework. You can't have fun when there's work to do. And now I found out you doing her homework. No wonder the teacher wondering like why is she getting on her homework right, but she can't do the work in class because her mama doing her damn homework. She's not learning nothing. But I ain't got no say so in that. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, it didn't work for me. And I'm not saying it can't work, but I'm saying that's a burden that people take on, and you causing problems for yourself.
Big facts. That's why I said the irresponsibility it has to stop because come on now. And again, that's on both ends too because again, even though we have that how you say it, we got that real thing as far as we still able to reproduce until we die. We able to plant our seeds until we perish. But my thing is, if you're gonna be planting your seeds, plant your seeds in the right direction in the right garden. That's it. We know sometimes people make an honest mistake, maybe slip up once, but I don't see you slipping up more than once. You should already learn your lesson if you feel the first time was a slip up. But don't think just because you slipped up that your child ain't a blessing either, because some people get it twisted. Not say that. So you want to have to definitely make sure you in accordance. And if you ain't gonna do it, then there's no need for you to be going that route. You better be strapped up and doing whatever.
And then, but just like we talking, telling men to take responsibilities, we need women to step up and do the same thing, like you said. Women, y'all gotta understand that that womb is a temple. That shit should be sacred. Everybody shouldn't have the key to that lock. You shouldn't invite everybody in there. You know, you should be picky. You should be real picky of who you allow to enter that temple. I mean,
Facts.
you can't have sex with a man and then have a baby by him talk about he ain't shit. It's like you made a decision to let him in. You should have knew that before you let him in. So I mean, vice versa, same thing for men. You talk about this woman that you the one who laid down with her. Like, so what does that say about you? We got to take responsibility. Like you said, people make mistakes, and that's fine. But you can't keep making the same mistake and then blaming it on the other person. No, at some point, if you got 3 kids by 3 different dudes and ain't none of them shit, then that's a reflection of you. And vice versa. If you a dude and you got 3 kids by 3 different women, and you talking about they ain't that's a reflection of you. So
Facts.
it's not all them.
Yeah, but then I still feel like at some point it'd be a mental blockage because it's like, come on now. It, oh man, some people are stuck in a false sense of reality. That's when people gotta really wake up. Because again, that is a crime in my opinion because you out here creating these babies for what, and you ain't taking care of them.
Did you
I
fall
ain't
asleep?
right because that's what. Who?
I cannot get this girl back to sleep. My son woke her up.
Shoot, shoot. Nah, I definitely just I had to chime this up tonight because again, I told somebody at what point do you really say, you know what, I'm not gonna do this? When do you stand the fuck up? That's why I'm all in all talking like it's the truth. Prime example again, it doesn't matter what part of the field you in, you shouldn't have to compromise your damn well being or your soul just for that little bit of money. It ain't really that worth
But when you were saying that, it made me think. Like I ain't got no big bushy beard. I just grow my chin hair.
it. Yeah,
And when I was working in the OR, they told me I had to cut it, and I'm like, nah, man, I ain't cutting it. They was like, well, if it ain't part, it is part of my religion. What religion is the one I made up? They was like, well, you got to cut it, man. I went to HR and everything. Like, well, I guess I'm not coming back to work because I'm not cutting my hair. I'm not doing it. So they had these, they ordered some different type of mask to cover it. So it's just like, look, bro, fuck. I mean, that's how I felt like, bro. Look, I won't come in here. I find somewhere else who will allow me to have my chin hair. I'm not cutting it because it make you feel better.
exactly. Not supposed to. That's just like if you had dreads, nigga, you ain't gonna cut them shit, especially if those supposed to be sacred. Your locks are sacred. So yeah, you don't need that shit.
But then I tell you this too. They found other things. Like once I did that, they found other things to like pick with me. You know what I'm saying? And I just
Yeah,
figured that's why I went into real estate because I'm like, you know what? I can look and do whatever the hell I want if I'm a contractor now. So now I took the power back. We don't have enough um we don't have enough resources. We don't have enough businesses. We don't have no distribution. We gotta start creating our own so we stop asking. We ask for too many things. And the main thing is just treat me fucking human, man. That's all I'm asking. Why do we have to ask for that? We need to stop asking and create our own shit, and then that way we ain't gotta ask for nothing. We can just do. And that's what I did with my life, bro. I took the power back. So if you ask it and they ain't give it to you, fuck them. Go do your own thing. It's many ways, and it's not easy because anytime you 1099, you getting paid off of your work, off of commission, off of sale. So it's not a guaranteed paycheck. So yeah, that shit kind of scary sometimes, but it's worth it. To me it was because I make my own hours. Whatever energy I put into my work, I'm getting paid for. I'm being compensated.
yeah,
Any the other job, whatever they tell me I'm making an hour, that's what I get, no matter how hard I work. And you working hard, and other people ain't working hard. You looking at them like, damn, you getting paid more than me, and you ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you run into that. I just get frustrated. Like I'm out, bro. I go do my own thing.
yeah. Everybody gonna have their own different road to take. And see, that's the thing. Again, it doesn't matter which way you take it. Again, don't compromise your morals and integrity. And if you got something that you know for a fact works for you and it's not fucking with your overall work performance, you shouldn't have to compromise to their bullshit. And guess what? And you all right. And if they do still don't get the picture, it's time to move on.
We need to start making because, like I said, even them trades, man. You can learn HVAC and start your own company. You can become an electrician, and after you finish your journeyman apprenticeship, you can start your own business. It's so many like them trades and skills. I mean, you can create your own. Me personally, my own personal philosophy, I don't think people should go to school to work for nobody. If you go to school to educate yourself, you should be able to use that education to create your own business or job.
Yeah,
That makes sense to me. If I'm paying thousands of dollars to get an education, now I gotta go beg somebody for a job. Like that's asinine to me. I'm not about to spend 5 or 6 years just to learn how to work for somebody else. I'm straight. I mean, even as a nurse, you can start a home healthcare business. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So even as a nurse, you can use that nursing degree and start your own business. I know, like in this area, I work with like 3 or 4 nurses that own their own home healthcare. You know, so I mean, even that, even as a PCT, a patient care tech, you can start your own home healthcare business as a patient care tech. You
yeah.
just gotta hire, you just gotta bring the nurses. There's so many different ways you can create your own. There's grants out there. There's so many resources out there that we unaware of. I'm still looking for a grant to fund my business because my cousin was gonna give me money, but I'm like, nah, because there's a whole bunch of other stuff to go into that. But ultimately, I want to be funded just like everybody else. I want my 40 acres and a mule, and part of that is getting that grant money. Shit, if everybody else getting it, you gonna give it to me too.
Tay, what's going on, sis?
Tay in the building. What up, Tay?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, because I was telling somebody because I was being funny because I was telling them I said, yo, listen, man. I said, you talking about yo, son, if I was in that industry, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, son. It's just I'm like, yo, bro, you saying that right now, and you look like the type that's definitely gonna submit, nigga, like because you focus on, yeah, but them niggas is getting money. I said, it look like they getting money. And I said, and even if they are getting money, some of them are actually humble. Some of them are actually walking around because they done went through the loopholes and they ain't got to worry about too much. Look, I know I'm going to be here for a short time, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm up out of here. Even if I don't leave with nothing from, I don't really care. I did what I was supposed to do. I made my smart investments. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm up out of here, baby. You got some that oh, you gotta do this to yeah.
Man, man, people be making excuses for that. Like, bro, I ain't putting no dress on. I ain't putting no wig on. You got me bent, bro. Like I said, I don't do nothing for money that I wouldn't do for free. I'm not. You can't buy me with money, bro. You can't
Fact.
do it. I mean, I don't care if you came with me 100. I give you $100 million to put on the dress. I'm gonna hit you right in your mouth. You got me bent, bro. Like that money, bro. After you get that money, and then it's like, shit, what else they gonna ask you to do after that? You know, they
Fact.
already know you're willing to sell your soul. I mean, this one dude told me everybody got a price, right? When I was younger, he was trying to get me to flip on one of my boys. Like, shit, everybody got a price. He wanted me to line them up. Like, nah, bro, straight. Everybody got a price. He went to one of my other boys, and I told my boy, like, man, it is what it is. We trying to line you up. And one of my other boys took the money. Uh, he ain't here no more. But that taught me a valuable lesson, bro. You know, like people will for the money. When you see somebody money hungry like that, I don't fuck with them at all. I don't fuck with money hungry people because they'll take a bag for your life, bro. They won't even think twice about it. They'll sell you out. The money hungry people, bro. I don't fuck with. Money is a tool, just like a hammer, just like a wrench. It's used to buy stuff. If you value that over life, over people's life, then I can't fuck with you,
Yo, guess what? I'm selling you out to the raccoons for a new lease on life.
man.
Tell thing 1 and 2, they going with them too.
Oh, we cool with the raccoons. We one with nature. We like all animals, bro.
Nah, you ain't gonna like these ones. These are the city rats. I mean, like, so it's a whole different breed, son. Nah, but all in all, though, it is the truth, though. Like, I told him because he's like, nah, bro, you gonna tell me you ain't gonna? I said, nigga, hell no. I said, I ain't never played no type of shit like that in the first place. Why the fuck would I do that shit now? Like, come on now. I said, that don't even make sense. I said, because you still gonna have that sour aftertaste in your mouth when it's all said and done. Because look what you had to do. Next, what's next? They gonna ask you, you gonna have to be naked in the bathtub or some next shit? Like, come on now. Finding
Oh,
ways to, finding ways to feminize the men. And I'm like, yo, come on, bro. That's a form of the feminization right there, man. I've been standing on that. Even when I said that on one time I was on the book and I was going in, I was like putting up no fear, nothing, because at the end of the day, y'all know that's truth, man. When I say you doing anything for the bag, and guess what? They got you looking like suckers. You don't even want to hear that shit, though. Oh, because the way it's being interpreted. So what? It's the truth. You want me to lie to you?
I mean, they try to make you ashamed to be a man now. You gotta conform to this whole new ideology. Like, man, y'all got me bent. I'm me all day, every day. I mean, and then you try to censor heterosexuals' freedom of speech, but you let, other groups say whatever the hell they want to say. They call them women, what they call them now, child bearers or some shit. Like, come on now, man. Fish sticks and all this crazy shit. Like, they can say this and it's okay, but I can't say what you are. You're a homosexual. I mean, it is what it is. That's a choice. You choose to have sex with the same sex. I mean, you talk about you was like, bro, that's like none of that. Look, I ain't. There's no knock against nobody. I got um, lesbian women in my family. My one of my favorite cousins. She lesbian, and me and her had this conversation. And it ain't. At the end of the day, you're choosing to have sex. That's you're choosing. It's a choice. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. I love men. You know what I'm saying? There's men in my family that I love with all my heart. I ain't trying to have sex with no dude though. I got male friends that if you touch them, I'll knock your head off. I ain't trying to have sex with them, but I love them. Love has nothing to do with sex.
Yeah.
You know
They
what I'm
always
saying?
get the
So for
two
you to
confused. They always get the two confused, though. That's the sad part.
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you can't tell me because like it's a choice. Let's just say what's facts. When you choose, like I like thick women. I like women that's thick. It's a choice of mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean it's just a choice. Simple as that. So if you want the same sex, that's a choice. It's not it's an inner desire. It's still a choice. No matter how you say it, bro. It's a
Right.
choice. Well, I feel like uh okay, shit, if that's the case, shit, I feel white. Can I get a good credit score? Can you bump my credit score? Damn it. Shit.
Hell no, Brady.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask that question.
Shit, I feel white then. Damn, shit. If a boy can be a girl, let me be something that benefit me then. Shit.
I feel tall, but I still can't dunk on nobody. So I don't like shit. Like,
I'm- I feel rich. Shit. Put that shit in my bank account. I mean, all jokes aside, though, and like I said, there ain't no disrespect. People have the right to pursue happiness, right? We only here this one time, so do what makes you, but don't try to make me accept some shit I don't have to. I don't have to accept shit I don't want to accept, and that's just flat. And I'm not teaching my kids that it's okay. No, that's not the way. That's not my culture. That's not my belief system. No, that has nothing to do with me. And I'm not teaching my kids that's okay. And I'm gonna tell them exactly what it is. I don't teach
yeah,
my kids about Santa Claus. I don't believe in that shit. So no, I'm not telling them no dude coming down the damn chimney giving them gifts. Not doing it. Just like I'm not telling them this is okay because it's not in my eyes. I'm not doing. That's not the way of my ancestors. So no, I'm not telling them that's okay. I'm gonna tell them it's not natural because it's not. You can't reproduce. It's
Yeah,
not. But people still have the right to do what they want, and that's fine. I don't care about what other people do. But don't force your shit on me, and I won't force my shit on you.
right.
But you can't even say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's so wrong with saying that? You hurting people. It hurt my feelings that you trying to force this shit on. That's it hurt my feelings. My feelings hurt too. Shit.
Facts. You trying to force that shit on kids and everything else, man. Like that ain't natural. But like I said, what you saying from a logical standpoint, everybody think you coming at it. No, no. Listen, there's a difference between logic and emotion. See, some of y'all
Right.
got to start getting your emotions mixed with the logic, and the logic is as it is. It's always going to be a choice in life. You can't sit here and say that you was born that way. No, 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 no. You got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, genetic wise, that that's happening. And if you can't prove that, again, that just goes to show you you have a choice.
Bro, if
Cole,
you was
on
born like bro, if you think about this, okay. If you was born that way, if I take your blood, shouldn't you have if you're a woman and you feel like a man, right? If you was born that way, I should be able to take your blood and see high levels of testosterone and low levels of estrogen, right? You shouldn't
mm,
have to take no pills. You should naturally if you that's what I'm saying. You thinking that, you're feeling that, and this is what you want to be. Just like people come on this app, right? They come on
mm,
this app and and they feel like they somebody. You know that they feel like they gangster and they get to talking shit and then somebody pull up on them and then reality sets in. Oh shit. Like yeah,
mm.
oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like oh
Right.
you wasn't oh you was just acting. Yeah. That's just like it was this like I said, my cousin gay, right? So
Mm.
I went down the PA and I'm kicking it, we smoking and one of her friends was like talking shit to me, right? And I'm looking like, my cousin was like, "Yo, chill, like that's big cousin, like, don't disrespect him like that." And she was like, "Ah, beat his ass, I do this." Man, she put her hands on me, I twisted her wrist, she went down on one knee. Guess what she said?
I'm a woman.
I'm a woman. Why you doing me like this? Like, hold on, bro. You was just tough as nails. I didn't hit her, but you grabbed me, and I grabbed her wrist, and I locked that bitch, and I twisted it, and she hit her knee. Like, you got drunk and high, and you thought you. I mean, she wasn't a little girl, but at the same time, it's like you was just a man a second ago when you was trying, but now you a woman.
Facts.
Like, stop doing. That's what I don't like. Like, you don't have to when you're acting. That's when it becomes a problem. Is when you're acting, and a lot you have to act. That's just like these men, like trying to act like women and shit. Like I've never seen women walk or switch and pop their lips like these, like the dudes who trying to act like women.
Big
Like you're
facts.
acting, bruh. You're acting.
Yeah,
You're trying to emulate something that's not natural.
facts. I was telling somebody, like I was saying earlier, I was taking my morning walk and I'm sitting there laughing because the way this dude was, and again, I ain't trying to be funny, but the way this dude was doing the shit, the way he was taking the selfies, he was taking this shit more. He was doing it more than the women, like how the women would be doing it. That side shit, all that other. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? Then when he got up to walk off, I say, yo, get the fuck out of here. I was like, yo, this shit is getting out of control. Like I said, I'm like, y'all doing way too much for y'all to say that y'all don't want to be with the opposite sex. That's all I'm saying. Like I was telling somebody too, I said, you women can't sit here and say, oh, you don't want to be with a man, but you trying to be a man. It's not going to work. Yeah, I was just like, yo, you know what? Your story almost like how the Divine video I seen recently. I think that was old though, but lady was all up in dude's face, and it was an old head too. She all up in his face getting. I think they was in either the DMV or the welfare office, one of the two. She was getting crazy. She even got to the point where she slapped her. I thought she was about to spit on her. Why he just cold clocked her ass. That's the same shit she said. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. You wasn't a woman 2 seconds ago. Now what up now? And it's sad because I didn't want to laugh, but I was like, damn, you got ragtagged and he ain't even punch you. He just was slapping you like how you would slap a child. Like, get your ass over here. So it's like, come on, stop playing that role. You ain't really about that. Be comfortable because I've seen some women who are on that side, but they are still feminine. They do what they do.
Yeah, bruh. I got a friend like she she beautiful. She just like women, but she a lady, a woman. That's her preference. Shit, like I said, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I ain't got no problem with it. That's not my life to live. But don't put yourself in a situation like I said, the women, like when you trying to act like the other sex, then that's when problems occur. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you gonna run into, a woman, you gonna run into a man, and he ain't gonna care if you acting like a man. He gonna treat you like a man.
Exactly. Whoop your damn ass. And sometimes it do have dire consequences too. You done seen some women, you done seen some quote unquote studs get killed just because they really thought they was a man about that action. And nigga just said, I don't give a fuck. Bam! You
Yeah.
gotta be area of that too when you try to present that role. 'Cause again, that energy does have consequences. And again, stop trying to force things on kids when you know for a fact it wasn't forced on you as a kid.
And see, I don't think like the people I know in that community, they ain't for that shit, man. I think that shit is that higher level shit, bro. I
I
mean,
know.
it's like this government, man. They trying to make that shit normal, man. And the next thing is the pedophile shit, bro.
Oh yeah,
They
in the
trying to
churches and
go.
shit too. In the churches and shit too. Trust me, bro. Listen, let's go deep. But certain topics like that, I ain't gonna put it on here. I'll put down the backup channel.
Yeah, cause I mean, it the way society going. That's why bro. That's why I created my own little bubble, bro. I'm homeschooling my kids, all that shit, bro. I got a little community. So they got interactions with other kids and the parents. All of us like minded. So now we ain't playing that shit, bro. I created my own little bubble, and I encourage people to do that. And that's why I talk the way I talk, bro. Um, you can do it. You just got to do it. Just flat and simple. There's no other option, man. Stop giving your kids to these people. Stop giving access to your kids to these people because they ain't doing nothing but screwing us up. Turn these damn TVs off. Turn these radios off. Stop letting society influence your kids and you be the influence. You got to do that, and that's what I'm doing, bro. I'm not. I'm straight. I'm not giving my kids to these motherfuckers, bro. I'm not doing.
I don't blame you. And even for those who are gonna do that, look, you still gotta be on the forefront of anything because guess what? They're gonna still try to slip some bullshit in there.
Yeah,
But you
oh yeah.
see some but you know what's funny? I was looking at something recently and it's looking like some of these people are actually standing up for the right shit, especially as far as the school is concerned. Because they was talking about they want to have something about rainbow flags or some shit like that. But the guy was saying the rainbow flag wasn't what it really, represented. And he was like, and how could you even sit here and he was talking the truth though. It's definitely like, how could you even force that or even think that that's normal to even ask a kid that or whatever in the class? I'm like, oh shoot, he was going in. And the sad part about it, he's from the other side of that community. That's what threw me all the way off because he threw that question at them like how it was supposed to be thrown at them. On that, like it's crazy. You want to try to normalize certain things, can't normalize that. Can't normalize pedophilia. You definitely can't normalize any of that shit. They can't do it. Rape, you definitely can't. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on. And then the way, man, listen, that'll be for another topic on another day. Trust me, shit go deep. Hey, mayhem, blessings. Please appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shoot, I didn't even realize how long I was on here, but hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in.
How
And
long you been
to
on
give the
that bed?
minor interruption earlier, you know me. But this brother been up here before. That's why I was saying like he know the rules and regulations.
Oh my god.
No, but that's it's crazy though. No, and the only reason why I said it was crazy because it's not so much as he really was just he presented the problem and what's going on. And he was like he's one of those from that side that he didn't force nothing on nobody. So my thing is he has the right to say that too. Why force it on the kids? I know people that's on the other side. Like I said, I know people now. I still see them every day, all in all. I'm not on that type of time. But my thing, all in all, is they from that era with again. It wasn't forcing nothing on nobody, and again, they kept a lot of things under wraps. And why force it on kids exactly? Because that confuses them. They wasn't with all that confusion. No, they made a decision to do what they did when they got a certain age, and they stood in their truth. Yo, Keith, what's going on, my guy?
But even think about it like this too, bro. Since when was it public knowledge what people doing their bed, bro? Even really what
Exactly.
they do in their house, bro. Like shit, your house. I mean, we ain't talking about what went on. Okay, man. Okay. We ain't talking about what went on in the house.
Facts.
Let alone the bedroom. So I don't need to know why is we telling kids what's going on? I mean, why is we that shit sound crazy and stupid. Why is we explaining to kids what's going on in the bedrooms anyway? That ain't none of their business. What adults do. Shit.
Exactly.
When I was coming up, we couldn't even sit in a room when adults was talking. So now why are we teaching kids adults business? What are you grooming these kids for? That's the questions we need to be asking. Why are you
Facts.
trying to groom my kids for some shit like this? Y'all weird, man. Like people making these laws and rules. You see, they telling you who they are and what they are.
Exactly.
We done fucked around and let the wrong people in charge, bro. We got to get more invested in the politics. We need to create our own candidate. There's so much shit that need to be done.
Big facts. Time to promote those who need to be promoted, especially if they really are with the agenda as far as they want to see the changes really happen as far as the good changes. Because come on now, some of this shit is out of pocket now. But you see, you got some states that's actually been fighting back. That's why it ain't being as crazy as it is. Because again, you're gonna have some states that just ain't with it. Even those hardcore liberals or those one of them independent people, whatever you want to call them, they not gonna be with that agenda at all. Some of them just really got they in that moral standpoint, like, nah, you know that's wrong. And I believe some of that shit happens too in these senates and all that shit, because guess what? There's some things that some of these people are really not for. Like, all right, if you feel like you're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, but we ain't pushing this. You know that's wrong. Or we could do this and do this, but we can't do this. Come on. It's sad. Gotta really be on point. I already know what happened. I already see he done dropped down. See, this was all no just good topic of a conversation. Again, you shouldn't have to risk your morals for anything. But some people should just have enough morals to say this. I'm not going to incorporate myself and do certain things that I wouldn't do. Shit, all in all, when you get a certain age, you make a decision in your life on what you want to do and how you want to be. But you don't force that on kids that don't even know if they want peanut butter today or steak tomorrow. Don't do it. This was definitely a good talking conversation. Who knows? This could be a part 3 to this. And I want to make this clear to everybody. The views and opinions definitely are the views and opinions. And this was for educational purposes for everybody that was up here. Nah, you already know, bro. I got to get myself ready anyway. I got to be to work for the next hour or so. So it'll definitely be a part 3 to this. You know, again, everybody has their views and opinions on stuff. And, you know, there's a multitude of conversations happening, but guess what? You know, it happened. Yo, hold on, bro. I got you. Liz, you coming out the shadows, baby? What's going on, sis? Nah, and I'm saying that everybody is entitled to live their life. And again, you don't force certain things on kids. Period. Not supposed to. Because if it wasn't forced on you, why are you forcing it on them? And again, word does have a point there. Like, why are you teaching them adult business? You couldn't do certain things and be around certain things when things are going on. So why is it happening that? So you got to ask yourself that question. And this is another reason why there shouldn't be no irresponsibility as far as bringing kids in this world. But that's neither here nor there. Yo, Phil, what's going on?
What's up, bro? Yeah, man.
Man.
I wanted to add a little bit to what y'all ended on. Man, like you know, them grooming kids and stuff, man. Like, okay, like they're not even a consenting age, man. Like, why are you going to be teaching them about freaking weird stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not even right. And some of them are so young that they be talking about this stuff too, that they have no business of even knowing about this stuff at that age. Like, you know, like they want to play and have fun with their friends. Like they don't, you know, like, you know, 7, 8 years old. Like, man, come on now. I mean, they're just kids. Leave them alone, man. And then, you know, I seen something. It kind of relates to this too a lot. Over in Oregon, Portland, Oregon has, you know, has the biggest population in Oregon. So, of course, it's democratically ran by the Democrats, and the rest of the state has to suffer, you know, with the cesspool that they're creating out there. Like they're basically turning that into a Gary, Indiana. Like they got Walmart moving out of there. They got everything moving out of there because they just support lawlessness, and they support all this same stuff you guys have been talking about. And I was like, you know, I'd be fighting mad if I lived, you know, in another county out of there. I'm stuck with all this stupid shit because that's what what the cesspool freaking voted on. And it's like, so what they're doing out there is kind of crazy, but it's happened once before in 1950s. I guess they're talking about 2/3 of the state of Oregon possibly could go to Idaho. They're going to redraw the boundaries of the state, like the western 2/3 of the state, and join it in with Idaho, because they're more conservative in it. They don't believe in a lot of that craziness that Portland is pushing down everybody's throat. And Idaho just passed in their legislation that they would pursue this. And I believe Oregon also passed in legislation, or are about to, because they're just like, well, just let them go, like, man, you should try to get a common ground, man. Like, like, it's not that hard, really. Like, just keep the shit to yourselves. What you do in the bedroom is nobody's business, man. Like, honestly, so I'm a straight guy, but I don't freaking advertise and tell people that I'm straight and freaking push it on people and tell them that they should only do that. And, like, what? I mean, but on the other side of the aisle, they're freaking trying to cram the shit down our throat. Like, dude, nobody cares what you do in your bedroom, man. Keep that shit to yourself, I mean, and especially when you're talking to kids, man. Like, a kid has no business even knowing about, this stuff. I mean, honestly, like, it is really messed up.
It's all sad.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that because I guess like 2/3 of the counties in Oregon are seceding from Oregon, and I guess they might join Idaho, which would like make the map look weird. A lot weirder than we've, because everything's been the same. We went to school and seen all the boundaries and stuff, and it might look. And they said that actually, because of the land mass, it would actually make Idaho the 3rd largest state if it actually goes through. I guess they have done back in 1950. So Oregon has experience with this. Oregon and Washington, back in 1950, they changed their state boundaries between each other, so that it goes along the river between the two states, because they said that it made more sense just to go along the river boundary, So, they're just boundaries, so easily can be done. But we'll see if it actually happens or not. But it's proof that, like, majority of the people in that state, like, they live in that wasteland of Portland, and it's going to become like a Gary, Indiana, man. They're chasing all the businesses out of there. When you have no infrastructure left in there, what's going to happen? That shit's going to turn into a straight freaking flaming ghetto. I mean, it happened in Gary. I mean, when all the businesses get tired of getting robbed and looted, they're gonna leave. You cannot operate a business getting robbed and looted, on a consistent basis. It's just not going to happen. I mean, and they're going to leave, or they're just going to go out of business. And so Walmart had 2 locations there, and they just announced they're pulling both of them out of there. You know, so now Portland's not going to have any Walmarts up in there. Congratulations. You know, I mean, at first they were like, well, it's because of bad sales. You know, we're going to close these. But that's just Walmart freaking trying to, you know, green light everybody and tell everybody what, you know, they're wanting to get out of there because of that. But they're like, well, it's because sales are bad. We're going to shut down the stores. Like, man, why don't you just like tell us the truth, man? Like, we all know it.
Yeah, but you know how they do it. Ain't gonna never really be able to tell you the whole truth.
Well,
And I believe
the
even if
problem.
they told you the whole truth, and even if they told you the whole truth, most of y'all wouldn't want to believe it anyway.
Yeah. Well, the problem is with a lot of these big companies, man, they're like so woke and so like onto this like fairy tale, like made up story of what life is and like made up science and stuff. Like they're like so sold on it, and they're like all in, like trying to push it, that, you know, they refuse to say anything against it, you know. So they'll just like make up some story like, oh, it's because of sales. Well, if you have a city of, I don't know, I'm just going to guess 600,000 people, and you got 2 locations in there, you can't tell me that your sales are dwindling, you know, and you need to shut those stores down. I mean, for a city the size of Portland, 2 Walmarts probably it might not be enough, really. I mean, you could probably put 4 in there, you know, 1 on each corner of the city, you know. But yeah, they're pulling out of there for another reason, and I think I know what it is. Just get tired of freaking getting, you know, robbed and looted and everything else.
Yeah,
I mean,
most definitely.
As a business owner, you cannot. I mean, even if you got insurance, man, the first claim you do, man, it's gonna freaking raise your rate so freaking sky high. And if you're in an area that's prone to that, like Portland, you're not gonna be able to afford it. You're not gonna be able to afford the insurance. So you're forced to get out of there or close. You know, it just ain't gonna happen. Yeah. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I just want to put my 2 cents in there.
Yeah, you already know, bro. Appreciate that. Tori, what's going on,
Yeah.
sis?
Yeah, I'll hop back down in the comments, bro.
No doubt, bro. You know,
I
anytime
love the show. Yeah, I love your show, man, because it's like we just talk real talk here, man, and we need more of it on the internet, really. Because,
yeah,
you know, preaching to the choir. All right, I'll see you, bro.
You already know, bro. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Definitely appreciate y'all all for tuning in. I'm about to definitely get myself up out of here, get my ass to work. I definitely appreciate y'all. Again, this could be a definite part 3. For those who might just be tuning in, y'all can catch the replay. And again, I want it to be known that everybody views and opinions are their views and opinions. You're entitled to it. But when it comes to certain things, I'm going to have to put that in a perspective if I have to. Again, we had a multitude of conversations. This is what usually happens. too many different things going on in the world that we can fix it little by little. I definitely appreciate y'all. You already know you're gonna get that morning wake up. So if y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And shout outs to the replay gang and the shadow watchers. Y'all already know what it is. For those who was in attendance, y'all already know the love is love. You know, it'll always be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I do is give you real. So definitely had that little wrap up in the morning. Y'all stay safe. I'll be seeing y'all at some point. Y'all stay safe. Keep your third eye open. You know, until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.